Domo, welcome everybody. Today we're playing Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. Yippee! Before we start, I was told to input a streamer code that is literally my username because they sent me a free key for this game, so thank you. And you can see in the pin there's a whole Choose Wisely festival thing on Steam going on. I got a bunch of keys. We'll go play what I can. So yeah, let's see what the code is. Oh, it's a kitty! Meow, Bloody Daloon. I'm Yell the Cat, the studio CEO, Chief Eating Officer. Thank you for taking the time to play Livber, Smoke and Mirrors. Consider this a big meow of gratitude. I hope Lilith's madness managed to give you a proper chill, some moments even made by my own first down on Anne. Every question about the demo or full release and this would be better even if idea is worth its weight in premium cat food for me. Share your thoughts with my human. Sorry, the dev team, and I'll jot down every word. I reached them? Here's the email. I'll lap up every word between my nap sessions. Your support keeps both my humans motivated and my food bowl full. Thanks again, have a good time. You can't hear it? Well, the thing is, I was clicked out of the window for a second. Yeah, that was a cute cat. Because if I click out of the window, it mutes. Unity games do that for some reason. You can hear me now? But yeah, Domo Bucky, Domo Poiru, Domo Heavy Aether. And yeah, I like the cat too, poor girl. Already the best character. But now that you could hear me, if I gotta adjust the volume, I did turn it down because it was pretty loud when I started it up. So if I gotta turn it down more or turn it up or whatever, just let me know. Otherwise, we will now get started. I see her in my dreams. Her in that house on the edge of a cliff. Everything changed after reading that letter. The one bearing her name, my old love, Lilith. 5 years ago, on a dark night, they took her from that house, executed her for black alchemy. I was the one who turned her in. But now she's calling me back to the house, wants to bury her breath in my sins. But how? That's what I have to find out. Like, was she a witch? Act 1. Welcome home, my love. Far past the Hook Haven, which is woven by the grounded ships of Livber, a coastal nation northwest of Gaia, governed not by a central authority but a 5-member council known as the Court of Trade, highly advanced in seafaring. Okay, so pirates? There's a whirlwind roaring in the east. You don't see it, you don't hear it, yet you know the power it holds, enough to alter all of Gaia. A windswept world of 15 island nations home to unique races and cultures. A womb for gales to blow out of. But you come here. You wait standing in the heart of twilight, silently, eyes shut. 5 years later, once again, you stand at the door to this house, a letter clutched in your hand. I will read the letter. The raindrops fall on the paper, landing with soft patters. You grip the letter tightly with both hands, keeping it from being blown away by the wind. The silvery moonlight, trapped between the clouds, shimmers across the ink spilled from a woman's hand. You read the lines again and again and again. My love, if you're reading these lines, it means there's still something inside your heart that belongs to me. As I've always told you, death is far too ordinary a thing to keep us apart. I will give birth to our creation in our home, beneath the place we once shared. She's pregnant with my baby. I'm gonna be a dad? Yippee! You must be with me, inside me, because our creation cannot be left undone. Ma'am, I'm pretty sure that's how the creation is what you're giving birth to. I know how babies are made. Turn back, pass through the dark, complete us. We were always meant to be one, and we still can be, my love. As long as you have the courage, as long as you do not fear, I am waiting for you in the Neverall, Lilith. It looks like the mold and blood on that letter. I don't know, maybe Maybe when she crawled up from whatever hellscape she came from after being executed, she was kind of limited on writing material. Who knows? Could this really be true, Lilith? Is she truly alive? You want it to be true, don't you? You want to hear that, Lilith. The woman you left for dead 5 years ago still lives. You long to feel her love again. Yet there's a question that won't let go of your mind. If she truly lives, how much of her is still her? I don't know. The question unanswered keeps growing in your mind. Your gaze drifts into the distance, as if the answers might lie out there. But for but a moment, the clouds part, and the moon's silver light spills across the sea. Each and every shimmer scatters into 1,000 fragments. But you remain still, all your limbs stiff with waiting, standing before the door of the house perched on the cliff, beaten by the waves. What is she here? So... Okay. Oh, is that a QR code? Someone scanned that! There's a QR code! What's this QR code? I'm gonna scan it if no one does. Let's see. Where's my camera? Let's see. Ooh, it's lore! Something about the snitch. Cool. Alright, if anyone wants lore, scan it now. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. It's gone. I see there's this. Is there a way to save? Okay, that opens up the menu. I don't know if it auto-saves. You can continue from save point. Alright, it might auto-save. Can I wear a Santa hat? Yeah, later. When it's Christmas. It's not Christmas yet. Yeah, where was I? Why here? Why would Lilith call me here? Where else could it be? This is where the two of you began. That wooden house on the cliffs by Livber's shore. This is where you first held each other. Your first night, your first love, and your first lies all buried here. These two-story hovel raised upon your memories. I guess I can never escape my memories, can I? They'll find me in the end. Unfortunately, you think your memories reside in your mind. Most do, but in truth they're fragments. Bits flaking off the world around you, carried by the wind, rain, sun, and pale moonlight. They slowly gather around you. They mix with the air you breathe. They seep into your body and carry you somewhere else. Truly carry you. They keep doing it until you're convinced you've moved on. And I just realized this. I have my letter as like a little inventory bit. Oh, that's cool. Convince? Are my memories convincing me? These questions still have no meaning, and neither do the answers, but in time, they will. You shouldn't stay in the rain any longer now. I'll be polite and knock. Oh! Yay! Yeah, our winged cutie from the sky nation of Aetheros, drifting down from its floating isles. I never found out how Lilith came to find her. We have a pet kitty! Oh, he's got little wings! Oh my god, he's so cute! Just as your hand reaches the door, you hear Yell's voice from beyond the threshold. The winged Bacter Cootie. Oh. It's like, I just thought he was calling him Cutie. Who never truly leaves you and never truly belonged to you. Her white fur glows as if soaked in light, not rain. She spreads her wings and leaps swiftly towards you. Landing on your feet, she shakes the droplets from her coat. Then she sits back on her hind legs, head tilted, amber eyes watching you with curiosity. Mew! Mew! I want to pet the kitty! Yay! I get an achievement for petting the kitty. Aww. Yale gently brushes her head against your feet. Then she stops before the door. She looks up at it, With a soft stroke, she traces the door frame with her paw. Then she turns her amber eyes to you. Well then, reach for the door. The wind falls silent for a moment. You hear the waves of the sea easing in the distance. And do you want pets too, Taffy? What are you doing? You're just gonna loaf? Alright. Far, far away, the flash of a lightning strike blinds you, but its thunder never reaches your ears. The raindrops hang weightless in midair. Yell glances at you one last time and spreads her wings, then leaps into the shadows between the rocks. Your fate embraces you. Open, Sesame. The door creaks open, but even you don't know what it is you hope to see, do you? Your guilt has chased you all the way here, and at last your sins have caught you. I'm ready to face my past. No, you wish you were. As you crack the door open, the air brushing against your face is stale and musty. The sweetness of Tulith, forget-me-not, mixes with the scent of something burned. It pulls you back to that festival day, to the moment you first met Lilith. And then, you see her, standing beneath the dim light, like she's been torn from the heart of this house. You lose your breath. A chill crawls up your spine and you freeze. Takes you a moment to realize your knees are trembling. Whether from fear or excitement, you can't tell. A whisper slips from your lips. Lilith. She doesn't see you. Bends slightly over the table, trying to light a candle, just as you remember her. Lilith. The ghost of your past. Your greatest lie and sin. Is this really Lilith? You stare, stunned, at the woman who stands before you. She should be dead. Her hair no longer shines like it did that festival night. Reddish-brown strands fall over her shoulder like wet strings. Her skin is sallow, a ghost-like paleness. And her eyes. The moment she turns her head and you meet them, another hollow question slips from your lips. Housed! Ooh. Picture? You remember the festival night. A warm breeze carries the city's aroma far away. You two slip away from the crowded streets. The early black's crimson glow wraps Lilith's hair like a fiery halo. The noise of celebration fades behind you. Right there, you hand Lilith a bouquet of white Tolith flowers. She looks deep into your eyes. She smiles. Tossing her hair back, she asks the same question. White Tolith flowers. How did you find these? They overflow with my love for you, baby girl. A beautiful lie, told so well. Even you believed it yourself. My love. She looks at you as if about to say something. A pained smile touches her lips. The silence hangs between you. You finally come. You're alive! How could this be? I assumed you had read the letter, my love. Death is far too ordinary a thing to separate us. When you left me that night, I left the boundaries of my body. Isn't that what we always thought in the end? Why did you call me here? To see you again, my love. We cannot live apart. We are two halves of one whole, and tonight we will finish what was left unfinished the night you abandoned me to my death. Come, sit. As the candle flame flickers, you think you see a brief shadow of hatred flash across Lilith's face, as if beneath her skin another face is waiting. No, I won't sit before you give me an answer! Who are you? Lilith slowly approaches. You now see her eyes more clearly than ever. Something writhes behind her gaze. Her body leans towards you, getting closer. You feel the sweet aroma rising from her skin, her warm breath brushing against you. My love, do you truly not recognize me? Alright, fine, you're the real Slim Shady. Lilith takes your hand and lifts it to her face. Her cheek feels cold and firm within your palm. Yes, it really is me. Shall we eat now? Fine. I'm gonna poke your cheek and... Why are you staring at me menacingly? Yeah, it's like that look at her eyes, like something is writhing behind them. It's her, but not. None of this feels right. What'd you bake for Virginia? Hash browns? I really put in work to make tonight perfect. I wanted certain things to be flawless for our reunion. After you've let me, I think that's supposed to be left? Typo. After you've left me to rot, it's been... She pauses for a moment, looks out the window where the moonlit light falls. You thought I should have died. I know you did. After I made you that offer, after I told you that we had to become one. Our souls, my love. We had to piece our souls together and bind with that alchemy ritual. You expected me to pay the price for your madness, Lilith. I said no because you had decided to destroy me. I had to make a choice. Her hand holding the fork frees in the midair for a second. As the silence stretches, Lilith breathing deepens. My madness! I offered you love. Only love. A love so deep that even death couldn't end it. But you were afraid. Afraid to be with me beyond Neverall. You betrayed me. Did you think I wouldn't know? When I told you about the black alchemy ritual, when I spoke of piercing our souls together to crown our love. You saw my blood, heard my screams, you saw me vanish into the dark of the waters. She turns her face toward you, and it darkens with hatred, with rage, with something darker, and with something even I cannot name. Who are you? Like, I know you're the narrator, but who are you? Her skin ripples, as if 100 tiny things move beneath it. You can't tell if it's real, or just the candle's flickering light playing tricks on you. Then, just as quickly as it came, the moment passes, Lilith slowly leans back. Love means something different to you. You don't love me. You want to own me. It breaks my heart that you believe that it could be that simple. You don't understand. I never wanted to own you. Never did. The wooden walls of the house groan under the assault of the rain, driven harder by the wind. The sea crashes against the cliffs, then pulls back into itself with a hiss of white foam. Darkness spreads ever outward beyond the horizon. For a fleeting moment you wish you were out there on the deck of a ship bound for somewhere you cannot see. Too little, too late. Your madness will break both of us, Lilith. It already has, my love. Just like those paintings you love so much. It's not my madness. Oh, no, no. It's your cowardice. Nothing more than a diseased reflection of faded memories in your mind. Like this place, like me, like you. Go on, eat. Orf me. I cooked it just the way you like. Sacred animal. Long manes, pincers. When threatened, they secrete a toxic chemical. Is she trying to poison us? It wasn't easy, bud. It melts slowly on the tongue. When the fat coats the roof of your mouth and slips beneath the tongue, you'll taste the herb. Well, yeah, it's like, she killed a sacred animal. How do I want to react to that? I never imagined pork meat could be edible. Yeah, it's like, it says that they can secrete poison. After the festival, where we first met, and the first night you told me you loved me, we saw pork, remember? Oh, don't look at you, welcome, how you doing? It was magnificent. It was magnificent. Its mane was long and beautiful. You don't remember, do you, my love? Afterwards, we went to get something to eat. I couldn't stop thinking about it. You were mesmerized by that creature. You kept going on about how beautiful it was, how bright its mane shone, how proudly it stood. Did you really think I could tolerate that, my love? God, she's so yandere. She killed a horse. Good lord. Dalma Zaffrog's welcome. Fellow Choose Wisely stream, have you been choosing wisely? I hope so. How's Livber? Great! So far, I got to meet my dead love, who is gonna give birth, apparently. But she killed a horse I liked and is gonna make me eat it. I don't know how to feel about that. Yeah, back where I was born, they were powerful mounds, symbols of belonging, that bundle of only those they chose. Yeah, it's like, why'd you have to go kill the horsey? Did I pet the cat? Yes, I pet the cat. I got an achievement for petting the cat. Of course I pet the cat. But yeah, you're participating in the festival too? Cool, good luck. Yes, pet Taffy. Taffy's just loafing right now on the floor. Let's see, I think I remember. Maybe not what we ate, but feeling happy. Perhaps that's why everything afterward hurt so much. But that's exactly why you're here, isn't it? You remember that happiness. Our feelings don't lie. Yes, you're afraid. Anyone facing such a truth would be. But now there's a new path for us. What path? Away from others. Just you and me. A path full of brilliant lights, warmth in our soft bodies. No mothers to separate us. No old guilts, no meaningless class distinctions. Beautiful, free from all imperfections. The woman across from you lifts her fork. A crimson droplet blood-like falls from the pork meat to the porcelain plate. As Lilith opens her mouth, the skin on her cheek stretches, tearing apart to reveal putrid flesh beneath. A flap of skin resembling a petty, lifeless leaf dangles, exposing the rotting tissue beneath, but your lover seems unaware. Is she a zombie? I have a zombie girlfriend? You got a little something on your cheek, ma'am. Seeing your extended hand, she briefly moves towards you before quickly grasping her cheek. No, not yet. You struggle to breathe. A cold drop of sweat slides down your neck. You search desperately for an escape, but there's nowhere to run. Finally, you manage to murmur. What's happening here? Are you sure you're all right? Oh, my love. My love, seeing your concern makes me so happy. Really, it's nothing. Don't fret. She hides her cheek from you, pressing it firmly. Yeah, she is very pretty. I don't appreciate how much she likes to stare at me menacingly, but she is pretty. You're actually dead, aren't you? There's no point in asking that now, my love. We should be happy now because we don't have much time left. Do I humor her or not? Then again. She is literally falling apart and rotting in front of us. Yeah. How majestic. I can fix her versus I let her ruin me choices. Exactly. Well, she went through the trouble of making us a lovely dinner. I'm probably going to regret this. As you sink your fork into the meat on your plate, you realize your hands are trembling. The pork meat still seems to be writhing. The air grows heavier and heavier. Reach for the knife beside you and try to cut it, but the moment a thick, viscous fluid oozes out from inside the meat, your stomach turns. Imagine the smell. Blech. I put my love into it. Her eyes lock onto you, waiting for your reaction. Itadakimasu! You're chewing something sweet and soft. It's cool. Even blissful. For a moment you feel calm, as though everything is truly okay. But then the meat feels as if it's sprouting thorns and pain blooms across every part of your mouth. What you're crushing between your teeth hardens, forming a crust. It burns, it cuts, it moves. It twists into something alive. Writhing as if giving up its final breath right there inside your mouth. A slick, slithering thing coils beneath your tongue and along your palate. It's like, hey, you want a fancy horse steak, didn't ya? Yeah, right? Your favorite and I would have begoned her by now. Where's the fun in that? We only make good decisions here. And by good, I mean the worst ones. In fact, I'll swallow it. What's the worst that could happen? If you eat, like a beef tongue, you imagine that way? Yeah, I can see how tongue would get tough like that. Like one of those Cracker Barrel steaks. Blech. The piece of meat sliding down your throat thrashes wildly in your chest. As it tries to force its way back up, you feel your throat tighten, your eyes tearing up. With one final swallow, it's over. A strange emptiness opens up inside you. Unless you want to eat your failed umusumes. Nah, I'll just transfer them over to some other person that'll eat them. Look, do you see? That's the taste of my love. For you, only for you. No more running now. We must accept it. We must accept each other. Accept that we cannot live apart. We must become one. Our creation. That's what matters. And what do you want, Taffy? What? You're staring at me. What do you want? Yeah. Our creation, Lilith. I mean, we didn't create anything. We couldn't have. You believe that, but if we truly loved each other enough, we could have created something long ago. But don't worry, my love. I filled the role you left behind. What do you mean? It's a taste of her love. I hate to sample her hate. Yeah, I'm a little concerned. Your mouth goes dry. The meat on your plate glistens, juicy and full of love. If you take another bite, you know you might truly become part of the creation. Eat the donkey bash! I'm sick of that. I don't know if I want to kill my ops or fuck them. Ah! The worms! The worms! It's like, okay, Dracula flow. What's up, Fit? What do you want? He's smelling at me. What do you want? You a smelly boy? What? Let me see what he wants. He might be craving violence. No? Yes, maybe. Oh. The taste grows more intense. Thick liquid fills your mouth. Sweet, cool, again, and bitter too. But this time it doesn't hurt. The meat stirs in your mouth, not wildly, but as if caressing you. The emptiness inside expands. You feel peace of your mind collapsing. Something bigger is being built in their place. Grandeur. More like porcula blow. What we wanted never mattered. Not yours, not mine. What matters is what we need. I need you, my love. I need you... You know. To eat more of that horse steak. And you... What do you need? You have more meat? You don't need it anymore, my love. I see the hunger growing inside you. You see it now too, don't you? Beyond the never-all, toward the grand union will become something greater. Something more beautiful. And it will continue to exist inside one another. Will exist beyond even death. All it takes is one simple thing. She slides her skirt aside and swings her leg over yours. She sits carefully in your lap. You barely feel her weight. Her bloodshot eyes never leave yours. Crimson hair spills across your face. She lends in an intoxicating scent flooding your mind. Without thinking, you bite. A taste more exquisite than the pork meat floods your mouth. I didn't know I would be eating her like this. Eat another piece. Ah, yes, consume. Ah, yes, yes, my love. Find me beyond the grand unification. Find me! The coldness in your chest makes you pause for a moment. Suddenly Lilith's neck, split down to the bone, makes horrifying sense. The bloody chunks in your mouth squirm wildly. Each tentacle attached to pieces of meat frantically hurl them in your mouth. Your final breath escapes your chest in a wave of hot dampness. I fall. When everything ends, there is no light, no sound, in fact, not even darkness. It unravels. I wish I could say the name of a child here, but I know. It was never born or to hinward. Pull someone from their slumber. No, baby. Our words pulled it into the endless void. We pushed it. We let it fall. Soundtrack Zombie Prostitute by Voltaire. Yeah! When the candle on the table went out, we took our first breath. Do you remember that day you spoke with her on the beach in your youth? Her hair was blowing in the wind and she seemed far from any worries. And remember to like and subscribe. Yeah, it's like comment, and subscribe for more cannibalism and bloody shenanigans. We ran, we rejected, we did not embrace enough. Look at how we are now. We are at the point where no one else arrives. We belong to the grand unification. I was an old man. I was a time itself, blind and unseeing. Here there's no need for memories anymore. They belong to all of us. We are the childhood you feared. We are the ones who loved you when you were alone. We are the you inside Lilith. Am I dead? You are now us. Us. I've seen that movie. It was okay. Cool, I got an ending! Yippee! The first of many! So far, so good. I like where this is going. Let's see. There's a narrative map. I like where this is going. Yeah, basement B. The dining table. So, can I just click on it? Does it take me there? Yes, it does! Okay, this is awesome. Okay, so I could just skip to where it branched. Okay. So I'll try and make different decisions. Maybe I should have said yes to you that night. Perhaps everything was already fractured and I was just ignoring it. You ignored me so much, like my love for you. But you're right about one thing, my love. Everything truly was broken that night. You watched them take me. You betrayed me, reported to me when I spoke of the dark alchemy ritual. When I spoke of the glory that would unite our souls and crown our love. You watched my blood spill, my screams drown, watched me disappear beneath the black water. And then you simply moved on, ignored my annihilation. Look away. The one's hand holding the fork trembles. She turns towards you, her face darkening with hatred, fury, and something so dark that even I cannot name. Like, I think I read that part already. Let's see. I suppose even the gods can't mend what's broken inside you, Lilith. A smile spreads across Lilith's face. Her fingers tap a slow rhythm on the table. Is that so, love? Then perhaps it's time we buried the broken pieces. Far away, something squirms beneath the dark green waters near the docks. Deep beneath Livber, the place you've called home, something stirs and rises. Not with rage or hatred, but with a curiosity that's eerily human for something so inhuman. A curiosity as natural as a child tearing open a toy. And now, from Livber's filth-ridden waters, it rises towards you. Your madness will break both of us. Yeah, and she's like, it already has. Eat the meat. Gods, poor me, Lilith, you've completely lost it. And then she talks about the horse. The first time we met, we didn't eat anything. No! She slams her hands on the table, leaning forward. Her face contorts with rage. Her eyes, wide and unblinking, bore into you, burning with intensity. No, 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 that's exactly what we ate. You told me how much you loved me, how we've never been apart. Do you remember what else you said? I said it didn't matter if you came from a different class. You said, isn't it? I remember your mother looked at me the first time we met. Like I was a disgusting insect, or worse, a Bacter. If I wasn't born a noble in Cardia, I was nothing to her. And you didn't stand by me. Lilith doesn't take her eyes off you. Every motion she takes to cut the pork meat with her fork shakes her entire body. Her head tilts slightly, the candlelight slipping through her crimson hair. Silky strands swing gently back and forth. Your gaze drifts downward. You realize she's not slicing the meat on her plate, but pressing the blade into her own forefinger with all her strength, blood mixing with the beak below. You try to stop her, Lilith. Your thumb. What are you doing? Oh, I love it. So sweet for you to worry about me. It's just a moment of distraction, that's all. When you're here, everything else disappears. All my worries, my fears, my pain. That is the price of loving you. She quickly wraps her thumb in a scrap of parchment that has fallen to the floor. She stares at the porcelain plate, watching blood pool over the meat. Then she stabs her fork into the meat and lifts it into her mouth. Her eyes close as she chews, as if savoring something profound. You okay? Her vacant eyes blink, then find yours. What did you say? Oh, I'm fine. It's just... I never told you how my mother died, did I? She was addicted to... dopamine. Dopamine? Some said she was obsessed. But I never wanted to believe that. I must have been 7 when she had her final episode. Her stash was all empty, so she thought she could drink what remained of her in her own blood. When they found her, she drowned in herself. Tragic, though I used to think it was funny, but now I understand why she did it. Why? Because some obsessions are meant to consume you. They have to go deep. They have to become a part of who you are. Like you, like me, or like you becoming a part of me. You understand, don't you, my love? You must be inside me. Neither of us is complete until we're one. Shells within shells, voids. The candle flickers. Rain lashes against the windows. You listen until the soft patter of every drop echoes in your ears. Lilith's breath mingles with yours. Slowly she circles around you and slips into darkness. The woman watches you unblinking. She waits, impatient for you to eat. I can't put up with this madness any longer. Oh boy. It's like, well, that escalated quickly. Do you think you can defy fate? From the beginning, we were destined to be one. Neither you nor anyone can stop this. Never, never, never! Standing up, your head spins. You steady yourself and move toward the door. Behind you, Lilith gasps. Just as your trembling hand reaches the door, Lilith blocks your path. Eyes wide with madness, mouth agape. She clutches the knife she'd used to cut the meat. You instinctively tense up. Like, listen to me. You have to do this. You can't leave. Not before you're finished. You must first rip me from your heart. Can you do that? Or must I do it for you? You know I can't do that. Not for you, not for me. The dying light of the candle flickers against dusty paintings hanging on the walls. The paint on each one looks fresh, still damp and glistening as if newly applied. On the table, the bloody piece of pork meat writhes ever so slightly. You haven't finished your dinner. I won't let you leave until you do, my love. Look, I'm only here because I want to understand you. Whatever you wrote about in that letter, I came to talk. You're kidding, right? We've talked, my love. You already understand. Everything's out in the open now. No more secrets, no more shadows, no more masks. There's only acceptance. You're mine. You belong to me. And I'll tear it out of the part of you that refuses to accept it. I'll take the very essence from inside your heart. For you, my love. For us. Yeah, stabbed to death with the meat knife. Yeah. On her maddened face, there's a terrifying grin mingled with red. Veins bulge in her forehead. The whites of her wide eyes are bloodshot. Her grip tightens on the knife until her knuckles whiten. She steps towards you. Yeah, we are quite meaty. Yup! Yamate! Lilith's crazed eyes bulge as if ready to burst from their sockets. Beneath her ragged clothes, her chest heaves subtly with each breath. Then suddenly, her skin splits apart like parched earth around an ever-blowing whirlwind on a distant island nation. Her cheeks, mouth, hair, your last shred of rational thought screams at you. Run! Is you waiting? Your feet recoil in archaic reflex, and you stumble over one of the books scattered on the floor, crashing down. For a brief moment, yellowed pages spill out across the ground from the fallen book. You catch a glimpse of your own drawings. A dining table and a woman clutching a knife, but there's no time to focus. Struggling to your knees, you crawl deeper into the house. That's when you remember there's a passage leading from the basement to the cellar door outside. The cellar. Look at the cellar. There's nothing left to separate us right now. From the darkness of the corridor, Lilith's voice emerges, scarcely taking shape in her throat. It carries the strangeness of an extra-game creature that seems to have only just learned how to speak. You sprint and finally reach the cellar door. Gripped by sudden terror, you seize the cellar's cold handle, expecting a hand to clutch your shoulder at any moment as footsteps grow louder down the corridor, but it never comes. As you push the door open, a wave of dampness and a nauseating stench of things that should have long been dead hits you in the face. Stepping through the doorway, you slam it shut. As you bolt the door behind you, an abysmal silence and darkness wrap around you. Close your eyes and take a deep breath. Hoo. Odi et intelligo kai id facil forzasse requiris, nescio sed feri sentio et beta sum. I probably said that completely wrong. Act 2 echoes deep within. Yippee, I survived! For now. I am going to take a wild guess and say that there's probably, like, a dead end. Like, every chapter or something. Is that Pig Latin or normal Latin? I have no idea. I remember the basement stretching this far in. Blue light, why does it feel so familiar? In the dark, you pause a moment. Your mind strains to grasp what this is. Lilith's food, creation. The dust and creak of boards mingle with your hurried breath. Beneath your feet, stairs descending. Where am I? When the basement door closed, you felt yourself pulled into the void. Now beneath your feet, wooden steps leading down. Basement? Could I find my way through the basement? Once on a sunlit morning of the first circade, you saw Yell descend those very basement stairs. You followed after, finding her scratching at a hollow in the corner. When you drew near, you saw it was a hatch opening outwards. Old, broken, hinges rusted. When Lilith saw it, she grew fearful. Could I use it? You could try, in the end. You have another choice? I could wait. You cannot wait here. In the dark, amid dust and nothingness, there's only madness for you. You must choose. You must descend. I don't know what lurks in the base, but I should go back up and return to the house. What's the worst that could happen? She kills me? You think returning to the house where you feel Lilith's dread might be wise. You begin climbing upward. The narration fractures. Perhaps you should return back. Stairs? The stairs grow steeper. Turn back! In the darkness, there is nothing but your breathing quickening, the tortured cries of the boards. Nothing, never all and beyond. You cannot tell how much time has passed. Keep climbing. The climb becomes a ritual of the unknown. From the graves, dead are rising. You reach with your hand, dragging your body upward. Sometimes you rest, gathering breath. In the pale light of the moon, faces fade and tongues wither. Finally, you see a light above you. Silvery light seeps through the cracks between the boards. Get closer. Ah, my frames are dropping. Come back. There you go. Let's see. In the ceiling, a white ship sails the night, and in the fourth of the sea blooms a white flowered garden. You see a hatch. Damp soil stings your nostrils. From the grave dead arise. Open the hatch! As you wrench the hatch open, wet earth cascades upon you. Let the hatches open and let the soil drown you. Choke, choke, choke. Dirt floods your mouth as you fight for breath. Let the falling earth consume you. Drown and let dead be born again. What's happening? I found the attic. You force your head above the surface. Your mouth is packed with earth. Like one risen from the grave, or a newborn child. You gulp a breath, then cough it back up. But focus on your breathing. Yes, focus on your breath. Draw on the sweetness of the Talith blossoms. So familiar, is it not? Talith? Yes, the soil from which you crawled, like a corpse reborn. Like a newborn child, it fills the floor, and in countless white Talith blossoms. It's like, I'm gonna pick a flower. Have a nice little flower. As you bend close, the flower's white petals shrivel before your eyes. They feel like the skin of some ancient withered elder. At the root where it clings to earth, something waits. Let's dig. When you dig around the root, your hand strikes something white and hard. What is it? Yes, what you suspected. Keep digging. As you claw at the soil, you uncover a withered skull, the flower bursting from its mouth. Around it gleam strands of golden hair untouched by decay. All around the flower shrivel, shedding their leaves, whisper rise around you. Check the soil? We buried Lilith here? Maybe that could be her corpse. To your left, you scrape at the roots of a blossom turned black, its petals yellowed with pus. The flower is sprouted from the open mouth of a corpse. Its skin clinging tight to bone, golden hair veils its eyes. Worms writhe, frantic for the clean air. No, wait, this can't be Lilith. Lilith has red hair, and they're saying that this corpse has blonde hair. So Lilith, what have you done? Each one is you, my love. Each one was you. From you I fashioned new beauty. Where are you? I am everywhere, on every leaf that rots and falls to your touch. As the petals fall, the whispers form words. Still on your knees, you jolted a tremor rising from the depths. Something boils upward beneath the earth, grinding against the walls. Flowers? Black petals scatter and swirl, forming the silhouette of a body. A small body. And then a memory. The garden of white blossoms by the sea. Lilith's voice again whispering a truth. The boards beneath you split. The gap widens, and far below a blue light gleams. Keep watching? Ooh. The petals gather. A body of charred Tolith leaves. It smokes like ash drifting closer. The house convulses one last time, but the stones and dust cannot pull your eyes away. The body closes in, envelops you. Your breath falters. Darkness pricks your vision. From far away, a child's voice reaches you. Father? Baby! Our creation! It's your baby! When I came to against the wall, the pain in my skull was unbearable. Must have been another foul dream again. Remember the dream. My head. I think I recall the soil from the attic above. Lilith again. Always her. Who else could it be? My love. Lilith? Let's look around. Oh no, wake up! Water trickles from the ceiling again. Moonlight. Must be midnight or thereabouts. The house is collapsing. 5 years. Dust and decay. I'm hungry. Anything to eat? I pass the toppled chairs around the dining table. Plates still rest upon it. White porcelain now layered only with dust fallen from the beams above. What was that sound? Lilith? Kitchen? The kitchen's empty. Cockroaches scatter across the counter. Am I hungry? Not truly. What was desire meant to feel like? There was nothing here. I killed Lilith. Did that voice come from inside? This real? What? Lilith real? She was always real. The most real of all things, but her love, no. That was madness. Mad. Mad. Ha! That day I knew. She would speak again of the grand unification. Lilith, are you in there? Go upstairs. Here was our bedroom once. The sheets lie rotted now. I feared Lilith. She was mad. Mad. Ah! She loved me more than she loved herself. Bed lies broken, collapsed. Water drips from the ceiling, gathering here. What was that? A voice. Was someone calling me? Lilith? In the delirium of her love, I knew I would die. Fear consumed me. I fled. She would never have let me go. So there was no choice. I had to be rid of her. I could not. No. No. A voice? Lilith. That you? Her paintings watching over these stairs. Beautiful ones. Lilith and I, together. Now nothing remained. Nothing at all. Boards creak everywhere, splintering, falling apart. The plaster has fallen from the walls, exposing what's beneath. This is it. Yes. Yes. Here they took her, after I betrayed her. They seized her arms and dragged her away. First, they cut her tongue so she could conjure no alchemy again. Lilith, that you? Open the door. Darkness, the stairs have long since crumbled. She told me herself. This is where they carried her out. They took her, then they cut off her limbs so she would never talk again. I'm coming, my love. Are you calling to me? Where are you? Go down. Blue light. Where could it be coming from? This is the basement with one room, damp stones covered in moss. She had drawn a circle here. She had stood at its center. When they took her, they flayed her face so no one could ever recognize her again. My love. Did it? The blue light shimmers over your wet clothes, right? The salty water of the sea drips down from where you're thrown. Your hands are severed. Coagulated blood pools back at your feet. The flayed pieces of your face hangs, oozing pus. Your lidless eyes stare at me. I'm gonna kiss ya. Her arms sway like pendulums. Limp at her side, still she stands. I step closer. I fasten my lips to hers, cold as the sea, bitter with salt. Her raw flesh trembles. Her mouth unfurls, and from its ruin spills black ichor. It streams into me, drowning me. But where are you going? Lilith, was it you who called me, my love? Where are you? All your memories will slowly melt away, like tears in the rain. Yay! Another bad ending! Yippee! Progress! Alright, so... Let's go from the stairs. Lilith's creation, it was herself, wasn't it? Gods, what was that thing I saw? A frenzy heavy with hysteria, perhaps the dreadful wrath of one returned from death. Madness of a soul trapped in an endless loop. How can you ever know what truth is anymore? What I've lived through was real. Few who face such dread believe it was real. Perhaps this time that belief will be what frees you from this basement. Yeah, and then there's the basement. I remember what it looked like? A hatch made of wood, round, wedged among the stones of the wall, plastered mud. You hardly noticed before or after. I find it perhaps lead you outside. Yeah, go down the stairs this time. The wooden steps groan beneath your tread. Their cries, like the house itself, are bitter shrieks. From unseen depths rise a heavy moan, the stink of mold and damp. One step, another, you go down. So this should take me to the other place, I think. You re-rise from the dark. As the basement stairs sink into an abysmal silence, your steps find solid ground. Old memories. You remember the rooms beneath this house you once shared with Lilith. But like everything else, this place feels unfamiliar now. Lilith. Her dread is still fresh, sharp, and ripe. Crystals growing between the stones and the wall cast a faint, pale light. When you lift your head, you see two doors standing in the wall ahead. Let's see. Examine the place. Where am I? As your eyes adjust to the crystal's pale glow, you survey the chamber. The stone walls drip with dampness cloaked in moss. Listen closely, you hear the crash of waves hammering the cliffside beyond. Knowing a world still waits outside grants you a fleeting comfort. On the wall to your right, two circles are carved, harsh lines slashed between them, refusing union drawn with hateful strokes. For the wall where the crystal is embedded, a rotting wood table leans into decay. On it rests a broken frame coated in dust. On the floor, a melted candle and a blood-stained shredded journal. I will look at the candle. You step among the scattered parchments and torn books. You reach for the journal fragment beside the table. It crumbles in your grasp. You open it carefully. The bloody script is unmistakable. Lilith's hand. most of it unreadable, but in the final pages you can make sense of some hastily scrawled words. I'm blowing my nose. There we go. What Taffy? He ran over here. Ah, there you are, Cosmic. Yeah, it's going good, you know. I got a bad ending where I ate my wife, and then I got another one where I made out with her decaying corpse. Oh yeah, the premise is that our lover, girlfriend, wife, I'm not sure what our exact status was. You ate our wife? Yeah. Pretty great. But yeah, basically she was into, like, dark alchemy and shit, and she wanted us to, like, become one through some grand unification. So we reported her being like, hey, she's a witch, and then people, like, you know, executed her, you know, cut her up and shit. But now she came back as a ghost / zombie, spooky. I'm shaping her. She'll be complete at last. Is there any other way? No. No, no, it will be perfect. We'll be complete. Together we'll be complete with him. See. I was like, Lilith, what other twisted lunacies did you carve into these pages? This is a very happy game where nothing goes wrong. Yeah, no. It's all happy endings and sunshine and rainbows. Words were not enough. I need something deeper, more physical. Here in the basement of the house we once shared, I've hidden something of his. While he wanders around the house, he suffers his greatest regret in its deepest place. Should I tell him that she's not dead? The journal has been scratched, scorched, bloodied, as though Lilith needed to make her devotion visible. No matter how you try, there's little more to glean from the crumbling pages. You let the journal fall, the air grows heavier, your ears begin to ring. The frame on the table? Despite the weight in your skull, you stagger to the table, lift the broken frame. Beneath the dust is a picture you once drew, but the figure in the portrait has been furiously defaced, ringed with a mad scrawl. Bodies. Must be rid of the bodies. Of them. Of everything. Of all that fails to unite us. Even of you, my love. My love. My love. Closer look. As you lean closer to study the picture, you hear the basement door at the far end of the stairs creak open. Lilith's twisted, ragged breath drifts all the way to where you stand. Need to get out of here. You push aside the books, scattered parchments, and broken wood with your foot. Step closer to the doors. Yeah, we're all having a good time. Have a gay old time. To the left is an iron door, rusted with the weight of years. Upon it is a symbol, old and long since stripped of meaning. The other door is heavy, made of damp wood. It creaks faintly as though breathing. Metal. When you open the iron door, a sour stench of sweat and rot greets you. Ew, peed on it. Fearing Lilith might be following, you slip inside and shut the door quickly behind you. You look around. Like the room before, this one too is shrouded in the eerie halo of blue light cast by the crystal embedded in the wall. The air quivers with anticipation, and then a voice. Do ye remember me? Who are you? Who I am? I mean, I don't remember who I would, but I don't know. When you turn toward the voice, you see a young woman standing motionless in the corner of the room, her skin clinging tightly to bone. Down for her eyes, bright and piercing deep into your soul under the pale light, you might have mistaken her for a still silhouette of a statue. But then she tilts her head, just slightly. In that moment, you see it more clearly. There's something in the woman's eyes, something you once knew, something you once loved. Wait a bit. I know you. Alas. She remade me, start to finish. Yes. Wait. No. I didn't want this, Lilith. When she said our creation, was she talking about you? You wish it were so. You want this madness to end soon, to see Lilith's strange game come to an end, but no, this isn't the creation Lilith spoke of. This is a personal experiment of hers. Have you ever danced with the devil in the pale moonlight? What she has in store for you is something very different. Shh, don't say it. If you say her name, she'll come. The young woman, hearing Lila's name, presses herself against the wall. She pulls her shoulder tight inward, eyes fixed on the door behind you as she speaks. I had to be good. I mean, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I had to be... yes. What? Oh, good lord! What kind of Frankenstein thing have they done to you, you poor girl? Yeah, it's like almost unbearable to look at, as if none of their face had been stretched over hers. Clothes are torn and covered with stains. Oh, good lord. She pulls back, the crystal's light shows her more clearly. A scar begins beneath her neck and runs forward past her ears, reaching up to her hair roots. The skin of her face is pulled taut, as if cut apart and stitched back together along those marks. The figures she wraps around her arms are thin, long, as if filed down, extended, and altered. The woman before you looks like someone who has been worked on endlessly, reshaped piece by piece in childhood. How could she do this? The young woman looks at you from where she had crouched down by the wall. For a moment, the twisted smile on her face reminds you of Lilith. I will check my push. For you! To create you, and of course, to love you. Lilith, I loved you for who you are, but the lady told me if I stay free, I'll always be loved. As what she said. You say. The woman hesitates for but a moment. She tries to furrow her brows, but the skin stretched over her face won't let her. I got free, did I? The T. Yes. Yeah, fit to a T. Okay, it didn't be said anymore. You're not sure if there's anything you could say. What words are there for someone curled in a corner, experimented on, reshaped, and tortured for who knows how long? Alright. Will I see my mom now? Will I see her here? Her eyes glaze over as she tilts her head slightly. You can see her body start to tense. And why am I still so cold inside? I'll do everything I can to help you see your mother again. Whatever it takes to get you out of here. You can't even get out of here yourself. You don't know the way. So you have no idea how you'll do that. But in this circumstances, the poor soul standing before you like a shell with a shattered mind, this feels like the only thing you should say. Can you blame yourself for that? Dave, I had my find me. I can't go. I'm here. I'll stay here. I'll wait for you. You'll come. She presses herself even tighter against the wall. You see the terror in her eyes. Listen, you have to escape. Do you understand me? She's using you. Do you know the way out? There has to be a cellar door leading outside. I'm here. I'll stay here. I'll wait for you. You'll come. We can escape. Do you understand me? I'll stay here. You'll come. You'll come back. You'll love me. You'll come. She no longer hears you. Curled up against the wall, hands over her ears, this hollow shell just rocks back and forth. Murmuring that you'll come back, that one day you'll love her. The chains wrapped around her neck are drawn so tight no force could ever free her from this place. There must be something in this room that can help me. Moisture and moss cover the walls. In the left corner of the room lies a bed, its sheets stained with blood, urine, and pus. Oh no, those are all her fluids. God damn it. Atop it sits a cloth doll. The floor is decayed, scored and battered as though someone had dragged things, slammed them down. Against the wall before you rests a rusted metal table. Its surface scattered with shards of broken mirrors. In front of it a chair is collapsed, its legs bent, brown stains coated so thoroughly you can hardly guess what its original color was. Is this ragdoll yours? I'll stay here. You'll come back. Well, I got a doll. The doll is in shambles. Stained with black blotches. Its eyes, long since gouged out. One arm dangles loose. Its fabric looks like it's been torn open and stitched together again and again in different places. Need to see something. The padding that once gave its head shape has been entirely removed. Patches of mismatched cloth are sewn haphazardly across its body. Lying lifeless in bed, the rag doll is a reflection, a crude replica of the woman murmuring to herself by the wall. Maybe this belongs with you. Help me! Come back! Her eyes turn to you for a brief moment. As her trembling hands take the doll, her murmuring stops. You can feel she wants to thank you, but it seems she forgot how to say those words a long, long time ago. Don't freeze on me. There we go. Let's see. Yeah. Just smile and nod. You turn your gaze back to the room under the crystal glow. The metal table shimmers faintly. On the far wall, the two doors catch your eye. Like the moss-covered walls around them, they're tinged with an unsettling shade of green. Table? Let's see. As you move closer, you recognize the shimmer you saw did not come from the table, but the mirror shards scattered across it. The shards' rightful place is a frame hanging on the wall. In the blue light, your gaze turns to the frame, whose edges are carved with meticulous care, almost as if ready to move. Its glass had once been held together, but it burst outward from the center as though someone inside had tried to break free. The lower corner of the table lie dried, bloody fingerprints. Anything in the mirror? You step closer to examine the mirror. The shards scattered across the table and floor, stained with blood, reflect dozens of twisted, warped, and deformed versions of yourself. They stare back at you with disgust, as if they're loathing the fact that they bear your face from the mirror's silver side. You feel ashamed of being yourself, of having this face. Fears makes you take a step back. Reach out. Reach out and touch face. Pick up one of the broken shards. Under the pale light, a small shadow passes behind the silvering. Your trembling hands bring the bloodstained mirror shard up to eye level. You see your own reflection. What do you expect? Tired, with dark circles under your eyes, frightened face, eyes that can't tell what's real or not, and golden blonde hair. Well, yeah, it's a little baby Frankenstein monster. Yeah, it's like, where'd you find this child? Do I want to know? I probably don't. But I gave her a dolly, so it's okay. And then the blink of an eye, Lilith's eyes appear. Wide open in terror, filled with all the anger and hatred, eyes that seem like they could emerge from the other side of the mirror. You drop the shard in fear. Shards in dozens of pieces on the floor. Lilith's eyes watch you from behind each fragment. Gotta get out of here. You turn towards the doors. One looks old at first glance. Yeah, its wood is dark and brown, fading to gray in places, cracked and mildewed in time. There's no visible handle, only a notch in the frame, worn smooth, not by force, but by habit. The other is newer by comparison, but it's not the honest kind of new. It's more like something rotten that's been polished and presented as good as new. Its wood is pale, grainless, unnatural. Silver knob sits squarely in the center. Old door. Old door. You slip your hand into the gap and push. The surface isn't warm, but not exactly cold either. Stagnant. Right at the moment a body begins to cool, the remnants of life lived and abandoned. And Taffy! Oh my goodness. In a second, your fingers catch up lightly to the splinter of the wood as the child used to run your hands over boxes like this while hiding beneath your mother's alchemy table. Life long before your mother's death and long before you took responsibility for it. Long before. Like, sorry, Taffy went and took a big stinky, my goodness, it's like I smelled, So, I gotta go clean that up really quick. I'll be right back. I'll make it quick. Okay, I'm back. Sorry about that. It stunk that bad. I had to scoop it now. I was like, ugh. Like, what did you eat? Yeah, I'm back. Alright, sorry about that interruption. I will now open the door. First glance, it seems a cold and empty room. Betty ate toast, probably. On the damp walls, the light seeping through the open door shimmers like scattered pearls. The dust, woken from its endless sleep, whirls frantically around you. Need to catch my breath. And then you see them, paintings and canvases thrown into the corners. Torn, ripped, shattered. Great hatred has turned every one of them into the wreckage of a massacre. The door opens into a corridor without a door. Paintings belong to Lilith? Don't you recognize them? Your own brushstrokes, your hand, your colors. Faces yellowed, scraped away, left unrecognizable. Every one of them born of you. Of course, how else could it be? That portrait, the face carved out. Yeah, Double Lemon Juice, we're playing this. It's like, I've already streamed that though. How you doing? And now Taffy's crying. He's like, Mother, you scooped my poop. Yeah, near the doorway, caught in the light, you lift a portrait from the floor. A woman's face clawed away and finally torn. At her neck once hung a necklace of colored stones you brought Lilith from Cardia. Your bones feel hollow, the worms are back. Ah! Cardia, where's that? The place where you were born, to the east of Gaia, womb where the winds first opened their eyes to life. An island nation with the whirlwind Toluca breathing at its very core, a land etched into your memory with its vast steppes and lively markets. Once you were one of the nobles there. In fact, you were cherished even more because your rare golden hair reminded of your ancestors, the Neurons. Then why am I here in Livber? Remember to continue her alchemy work here. Some of the stones she sought required to transport in some particular ways. Ways no one knew. That's why you left your noble life behind and came to this dark and lawless place. Was this work really important to my mom? More than you could ever imagine. She sacrificed your life for them. Truly did. The night she died, you thought you would never see her in Hearth again. What last night? The night Lilith prepared that black alchemy ritual she believed would merge your souls. She's been telling you for days that the time was near, and one evening you came here to the house where you lived with her for months. Pulled you to the center of a circle and spoke to you. Remember. When our souls are joined together, we'll be inseparable. You'll never feel alone, and I'll never fade away, my love. In her unblinking gaze burned an unshakable madness. Then you stood there speechless, watching her. She showed a bowl. It was in that moment for the first time that you felt it. You saw that Lilith had surrendered herself irreversibly to the darkness. Domo Doom Guy, welcome. Like I already said hi to Lemon Juice. Oh my god. Yeah, Domo Doom Guy. Why do you need... Yeah, Doom Juice. Whoops. Yeah, Doom Juice, Lemon Guy. Like some kind of DBZ fusion. But yeah, you can't have my oven. Taffy needs it to bake biscuits. What was in the bowl? Blood, of course. In the dim light, you'd only seen a thick black substance with a faint shimmer, but deep down you already knew. She'd been saying it all along. Cut from herself, drained from someone, from you maybe. Wasn't clear whose it was, and slowly she moved closer to you and spoke. Can you have the microwave? No. Lemon Guy's your budget alter ego. Yeah. My love, my other half, these bodies of ours are weak. We are apart from one another. But should we be inside each other, deep within where no one else can reach? The weak can only accept, and once they accept... becomes eternal. Yes, I remember. It was eternal. Yes, I remember. And then, my love, do you remember what happened next? No. Lies, lies, lies! You ran, you betrayed me, you called me a dark alchemist. When they seized me, I begged you because you knew what they would do. They were going to kill me. What about the fridge? No. You can't have any of my appliances. You had gone mad, Lilith. There is no ritual to merge our souls. There was just something you believed. You were going to suicide. You were afraid to do it alone, that's all. You've shut your eyes to the truth, my love. Let me tell you what happened. You couldn't die with me. That's why you only wanted to kill me, and you didn't even have the courage to do it, but I do. Yeah, appliances are expensive. When the paintings behind you falls to the floor, you startle in fear. Sure, you could have slippers. I don't wear slippers anyway. Turn back, you see it stands there in the gap alone. From the gouged portions of the canvas, something thick is seeping out. What? With the painting down, going any further will only hurt you. Touch. I'm gonna touch it. Like, you have cute, comfy slippers because you love soft, fluffy slippers. Now your toes are no longer cold. Yay. You touch the fluid. It's not water, not blood, nor paint. It's alive. Saving out of the tear like a pulse-made flesh. You want to pull your hand away, but your muscles refuse to obey, and then your vision goes dark. The ground beneath you gives way. What, this game? We had a girlfriend, lover, wife or something, and she did crazy voodoo magic, and things have just not been good from there. She's supposed to be dead. No, she's not. You're falling, but not down. Sideways. There's nothing swathing you anymore. Above time and space, you fall upward, downward, right and left all at once. You see yourself in a room, but without eyes. Tiny worms crawl and writhe in the sockets and across from you. Lilith. No, not Lilith. Place is a half-mechanical machine, its womb a gaping void. Your cradle something, feeding it at its breast a shadow. You see your own face again, splitting into 4 pieces, each with a different age. Oh, where is this? Yeah, it's witchcraft. Yeah, we now have a Frankendaughter and a real Turkish delight. Before the words can take form, the image dissolves. You see somewhere else beyond time. Man sits at a desk, surrounded by tens, hundreds, thousands, hundreds of thousands of papers, books, and scrolls. On a table lie 4 red dice, pulsing like hearts. He writes, only writes, a soul trying to rewrite its past. He writes his day, turns pages, faraway towers collapse, and seas dries up. He stops. When he looks at you, his brow furrows in curiosity as though he hadn't expected you to be here. He strains tightly in his chair. What's happening? You're falling again. There's nothing you can do but think about when you'll hit the ground. You squeeze your eyes shut, but the violent impact never comes. Slowly open them. An abysmal silence swathes you. A dim white light, its source unknown, illuminates the space around you. Directly ahead, an endless corridor. Its walls are lined with thousands of portraits. All of them are Lilith, but each one is different, each in a different form. A goddess, a killer, a patient, a mother, a nothing. And then a portraits begin to whisper. What are they saying? I am every future you never lived. Everything changes again. You see a dark place far to the west of Gaia, and beneath it, with an obsidian sarcophagus, something is held captive. An unspeakable dread all around it, thousands of pale, nameless faces, their eyes gouged out, yet every one of them is staring at you. A whisper offers the womb of madness to this creature. Where is this place? In an instant, you find yourself back in the small room in the basement. This would you think the moment of madness has ended. The door to the room before you swings open. Lilith stands there, eyes wide, her mouth twisted into a crooked smile. Lilith, boom, Gaia, in some early 2000s RPG world? Sure, why not? Glint from the blade in her hand stings your eyes. Without a word, she comes at you fast, the long, deliberate stride, you tense. Lilith, stop, we could talk about this. At the sound of the word my love, Lilith squeezes her eyes shut and shakes her head violently. When she comes back to herself again, her gaze is fixed on you with a far greater fury than before. The knife she grips so tightly is drawing closer and closer. This must be the jumping off point of her madness. I drive my blade into your chest, my love. Not your heart. No, no, no. I wouldn't harm it. Just above the bone at the center of your chest. I cut your skin and cartilage. I draw the blade downward. Slowly. Do you feel your throat filling with warmth? Your breath failing? Look at me. You can't help it. Look into her eyes. I lick your blood splashed on my lips. Some obsessions must possess us. Look at this. How your heart, which is mine, beats so wildly, fighting to keep you alive. But it's mine. Mine, mine, mine! I hold it in my palms. Soon it will be over, my love. The portrait's empty. Lilith's image is gone. Something is dripping behind you. Lilith! Where is she? Where? You glance around wildly. There's no one in this small room. There never was. Only you and the shattered empty canvases. Hey, up. Hey, out of here. Is this the stream that actually does you in? Maybe. A throbbing ache in your head, you push yourself to your feet. Without looking at the broken, empty canvases, you lean again. The door in the far end of the corridor. This must be where you will find the cellar hatch. Hash. The door opens without resistance. Inside it's a little brighter. Metal tables are scattered across the room, each layered with dried blood. On the floor, small pools of urine and pus mingle with damp stone, releasing an unbearable stench. In the midst of all hang bodies on chains from the ceiling. Rotten, hollowed out, left on hooks to be forgotten. Who dares disturb my century-long slumber? The voice sounds as if it's scraping its way out of a throat that shouldn't still be alive. Who are you? I'm over here. I'm closer. I don't bite. Oh, I'm kidding. Of course I bite. Right now it's not really an option. I'm a bit tied up, you see. Hello. Well, ain't this something? He's just hanging. Thought the Cthulhu cat game would do me in. Nah. Yeah, don't worry, you're fine. It's like just a couple of, caught up bodies. The thing before you is a body without its lower half, another of Lilith's experiments. Its arm is chained to the ceiling, hook driven through its shoulders. Its head lolling to its left shoulder watches you with curiosity. It doesn't take long to notice that one of its eye sockets is empty. What happened? What happened? It's something kind of a long story. I can tell you though. Come on, pull a chair, sit. I'm fine here, thanks. Are you gonna tell me who you are? I'm just someone who talks, alright? You're asking no right questions, like none. Plus, you're in a rush. Got something important to be or something? Yeah, someone's after me, trying to kill me. I don't have time to stand around and chat. I gotta get out of here. Ah, right, the whole ex-lover thing, isn't it? He winks with his only eye. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me. I understand. How do you know this? What are you? Ah, now that's the right question. I'm glad you asked. Because the truth is, I haven't seen myself in a while. I don't know what I've become, but something's definitely missing. And definitely she's been trying to fill the void with something else. She did it right. Lilith did these for her own amusement. Yeah, the torso's linking some kabasi. Yum. For her own amusement? I don't think so. He shifts slightly as if trying to straighten his chain broken body. At first she used a bit of memory, the sweet kind. That came a few spoonfuls of guilt, a decision, and inconsistently. You know, the usual. And finally, for the part of her that still loved you, that she couldn't handle anymore, she poured in plenty of that. Yes, Lilith did these, but not for herself. She made me for you. Whoops. It's like I was trying to toggle like taffy. She was trying to create you. Understand, she tried to create me. Why would she do that? You understand because you still can't grasp the heart of it, golden boy. She wanted to recreate you. in her own language in the shape she chose, a version of you with no fear, no silence, nothing left unsaid. She could pick up where you stopped, where you ran, where you left things unfinished. Well, unfinished place is standing right in front of you. You didn't leave anything unfinished. I'm sure you didn't. I'm sure there was never a moment when an I love you rose from your throat and you swallowed it down. You never meant to say I'll never leave you and walked away instead. I'm sure your long-dead lover never suddenly came back to life either. I mean, eh? The chains holding the corpse strain tight. A strange yellow halo glows faintly in its single remaining eye. Below the waist, where its body ends, rotted organs dangle from the hollow cavity. A wave of hot, damp air brushes against your face. Look, I'd love to stay and talk about what was left unfinished, really, but I need to get out of here. There's a cellar hatch around here somewhere. Where is it? It's a little that our creations didn't really hold your interest, huh? Fair enough, then. If this room's where you need to pass, then answer me riddles first. No need for class. No riddles. The cellar's not here, Golden Boy. It's that way. As his left hand shifts, the chains clink and rattle against each other. Mind the doors. They have a reputation for taking you where you don't want to go. What do you mean? You think you'll find the cellar door, Golden Boy? You still don't get it, do you? This place is the bottom of the pit you sunk into. If you haven't seen it yet, you're falling fast, and let me tell you, when you finally hit the bottom, it's gonna hurt like hell. I mean, to see the bottom, I meant to break on the stones lie at the bottom of the well, maybe. I will like this, I'm sure of it. She's determined to annihilate anything she thinks stands between you and her. Even you, Golden Boy. I mean, your body. At the bottom of that pit, she'd take whatever beauty is left in your shattered mind, gather it up from 10,000 broken pieces and remake it. Definitely a cup of tea. Is this how she created you? And here we come to the breaking point. It twists its hands into the chains and leans slowly towards you. I think it was Lilith who made me, and you're not entirely wrong. It was she who pulled at my flesh, cut me, plucked out my eye. That's true. But who, do you suppose, gave her the material to work with? Lilith dragged me from her moment of joy. The rest she filled with your untold words. What you could not create, Golden Boy, became what created me. And what will kill me, you will be. What do you mean kill? You're already dead. Well now, that one was new. I don't know you could break my heart like that. Come closer, let me show you what's been keeping me alive. Sure. Alright, there we go. Hold out your palm. Little more, yes. Do not drop it. I really hate this part. As you stand directly in front of the corpse, the stench becomes almost unbearable. Inside his empty eye socket, you catch a faint glimmer. Something shimmering. The body starts to wrench and convulse. Grips his chains as tightly as something thick rises up his throat. At last, the dark reddish fluid oozes from his mouth and he vomits into your outstretched hand. Gross. Mouthful of thick, warm bile fills your open palm. Within that heavy heat, there's something there. Blech. Damn, give me a second to catch my breath. It's never easy coughing up the things Lily stuffed inside me. Here you go, Golden Boy. Pretty sure this belongs to you. What's that? Crystal. Unformed, still translucent, something you once said when you truly believed you loved Lilith. Memory. Your greatest joy and your greatest lie. That feeling clung to Lilith. She took it, turned it into ritual shaped, and made it something else. What memory's this? You watch as the corpse's breath slows. The single eye sunken into its skull begins to dim, fading softly. A faint, genuine smile forms across its face. It can no longer speak. Alright, my crystal now. As you wipe your hand clean, the round, translucent crystal is revealed. Veins pulse through its surface with a blue energy, throbbing like living tissue. Inside the orb, a vision takes shape. You feel Lilith's warm body against yours, the softness of her lips pressing into you. Her fingers threading through your hair, her breath hot and immediate against your neck. Your body trembles. You're biting, tearing, devouring each other, consuming until nothing remains between you. The moment you're whole, truly complete. Your bodies dissolve into one another and you touch the essence at the core of Lilith's being. It's like, oh sweet, fanfic! And then with your lips pressed to hers, you begin to speak. I'll never let you go, love. Crystal shatters in your hand, a sharp flash, and then thousands of tiny fragments scatter across the room. The corpse before you slips free from its chains, crashing into the pool of viscid, pus-laced water below. With one last effort, he turns his face towards you. I said the things you couldn't. Now the words are yours, golden boy. Break free from your chains. Unlock them. We'll meet again very soon. The corpse looks at you, that same faint smile still on his face. The silence in the room deepens. Now I'll also carry the things you can no longer say. Corpse doesn't respond to your touch. In its stillness, it looks almost like it's fallen into a peaceful, restful sleep. Better find a way out of here. As you return to searching the room, you feel something settle over you. A sense of expectation. The lifeless body is strewn across the chamber, watching you. On the wall to your right, you see two distinct doors. Once again. The first door is sealed with rusted chains, but the chains are locked together and they merely hang there as if they tried to hold something back and failed. The other door stands slightly ajar. Beyond it, nothing but darkness. No light, no life. What did it change? The chains draped over the door aren't tightly bound together. They simply hang there, heavy and loose, as if they once tried with all their strength to seal something shut and failed. But from beneath the door, a faint cold breeze flows out, carrying with it a soft, flickering glow. Chain door. You open the door and step inside. Your foot is met with a smooth surface without any texture. No stone here, no dust, not even an echo. Silence, a cold whiteness. The room is bright, far too bright. The light overwhelms your eyes. There's nothing left that could remain in shadow. Where am I? It doesn't matter. Your gaze falls upon the white door standing directly before you. Ordinary, with nothing particularly striking about it. It simply waits for you to open and step through. Something fishy about this place. Tell me, what is this? Why is the light so blinding? Look, really, doesn't matter. Let's focus on opening the door and leaving here as soon as possible. Just do as I say. I'll just go to the door then. Whatever. Your footsteps echo upon the smooth stone. Because you have no shadow, you cannot be sure where you tread. Feels like walking and less like walking, more like gliding. So quiet in here. Yes, there truly is nothing here. A void without a beginning. A restless nothingness that cannot be digested even in memory. Stagnation, and that's precisely why we must leave here. How? By opening the door and leaving here. You're right. Need to leave this room. And it's like your footsteps echo, smooth stone. Am I looping? Really feels wrong. Yes, because we weren't meant to be here. Your story wasn't supposed to continue this way, but we could easily fix that. Heed my words and keep walking. The only thing that matters now is reaching the door and leaving the room. Well, let's know. How come I must know where obsession needs to go? That the door... what? That behind that door, there are more doors. And better worse still. This is an endless labyrinth. You can't. All you can do is hope. I can get out of this. I will see the waves of the sea and feel the winds caressing my face once more. Absolutely. Now place one foot before the other. Let's leave this place. Yes, exactly. You reach the door, you open it, and step through the other side. It's that simple. You leave behind the empty, meaningless room that never should have been. The story flows again, just as it was meant to. Whatever you say, buddy. You open the door. What greets you is neither the whisper of the dead nor darkness. It's a warm room lit by amber tones, filled with a pleasant scent. A familiar scent. Well, sparkles. None of the Finland dance with the resinous breath of leucine. From when your nose stings and your eyes well up, you know this smell. Right in front of you stands an old wooden table. Scattered pages lie around it, along with small alembics and chemical traces. And so is there a woman, a very old woman. Her golden hair, streaked with gray, is tied up in a bun at the back of her head. At the hearth, built in the wall, she stirs something inside a glass bowl. She doesn't seem to notice you. Mama? You ever get dreams about games like this? Ow, I dream about weird shit all the time. So, probably. Yep. Mama, what are you doing here? Her hand reaching for a powder at her side halts in midair. The image of her hunchback slowly gives way to her face. Warm smile spreads across it. The dark circles under her eyes and the wrinkles reveal her age. Yeah, dream of electric yaoi. Ah, yes. Welcome, young man. My name is Legia. Forgive me, no one's come here in a very long time. Come, sit. You'll dream about all the crimes you want to commit. Terrifying. Gestures to the chair in front of the one table. I'll sit. You must be tired. I'm sure it's been a long journey for you. It's like, maybe keep those as dreams. Have you considered that? Have you considered just letting dreams be dreams? Have you considered not following your dreams? Have you considered just not? As you let go of the tension your muscles have held for so long, you feel the ache rising from your calves. In this warm room filled with familiar scents, you realize for the first time how exhausted you are. You are tired, Elvic. Truly tired, but you have no time to rest. Don't forget why you came here. You're searching for a cellar hatch, the way to freedom. I'm tired. You can rest here, darling, for as long as you like. You an alchemist? Hmm? She lifts her gaze from the papers for a moment. Yes, I used to be. Used to. Mm-hmm. She returns to the hearth, pouring a blue powder she warmed over the naked flame into a vessel. I had an accident long ago. My laboratory burned. We could end the conversation here. Don't ask how the accident happened. What kind of accident? A tragic accident. My 7-year-old son played with the mixture I was working on. To him, must have seemed like a game. She lifts a vial of blue liquid from the bench and lets the light shine through it. I suppose he thought he could do alchemy better than I could. Or maybe he simply thought it would be fun to mix the colorful liquids. Who knows? That's familiar. When I entered the room, he was at the mixture. I scolded him a little and then set him off to bed. I never suspected he might have tossed something into it. I kept working. When the laboratory exploded, I could smell my own burning flesh. Liquid dextrose and VIP. 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 When combined at a high temperature, they trigger a sudden release of heat. But you didn't know that then. That's what detonated your mother's laboratory. Wait a second. There's no need to worry, darling. None of this was ever your fault. You don't have to keep living with the guilt. So what are you suggesting? That I should just let it all go, run away, and pretend to be happy as if nothing happened? Now that's the most sensible thing you've said so far. You need to escape. It's not a bad idea at all. Ask her what a cellar hatch is. Haven't we seen enough death and corpses for one day? Run away? Well, if that's what you want, I'm only telling you to lay down the burden on your shoulders. The day your mother died in the laboratory, it wasn't your fault. Those are kind words. Thank you. But I don't want to hear any more about death and loss unless you're... Shit. I thought you'd have realized by now. I am your mother, darling. No, impossible. My mother died. They never found her because she was gone so many, many years ago. I know, darling. You thought I was gone, but I couldn't leave. And now I see I wasn't the only one who burned that night. Because nothing has ever managed to tear the guilt from your mind. You believe that if not for that night, you would find me here in this room. That's why I'm here. I wanted to be like you. This work was everything to you. I wanted to make you proud. And you did. That night when I saw you here, I was proud of you, darling. Proud that you tried to understand the formulas, that you mixed the colors, a world taking shape in your hands. New and more beautiful, a place that could be remade beyond darkness and absence. Or we could begin again. But if you stay here trapped in this loop, you'll never begin. No, you want to stay in this loop. It's safe here. You know what will happen if you know what waits beyond the door? Well, most of the time. Don't get close to the truth, because there, you'll find nothing but ruin. Now, why are you here? To forgive me? Ah, no, darling. And one steps a little closer. Set of beeswax and bergamot fills the air. You feel warm, safe. Gently places her hand against your cheek. I forgave you long ago. I'm here because you needed to forgive me. Love you, Ma. I love you too, darling. Always in every way. This seems like a very important choice. Okay. Get me out of this loop, Mom. Take me somewhere I can finally shake off this weariness. What? What do you think you're doing? Do you think that with the tiny brain you can break this loop? I'm the one who made you! You're nothing but a fucked up piece of flesh, do you understand? Tell me what meaning could reality possibly hold? Tell me! Mother? It's like... Oh god, the narrator's getting pissed off. Mother, come with me. Who leads against all? You think you can get out of here? Steps towards the alchemy cabinet. Without me, you're nothing! When I open this door, I don't know what will be waiting for you on the other side, darling, but I know you'll ever comment. Your mother plants a gentle kiss on your cheek where a tear just rolled down. No, I won't allow this! You step through the open door of the alchemy cabinet to wake up in a new life, down by the seaside. When I wake, will I be happy? Most likely not, darling, but you will be yourself. When I came to against the wall, the pain in my skull was unbearable. Must have been another foul dream again. Remember? Mother, she was working at something in the basement, but wasn't she dead? On my head, of course she was, long before yet. Lilith again always loved her. What else could it be, my love? Lilith? Yeah, wait. Did this just send me back? Yeah, dining table, its top chair remain on the table, dust-caked plates. Water drips from the loft above, ink scattered. Lilith? Basement door. A board cracks beneath my step. This looks familiar. I'm like, did I get a game over again? Rot everywhere. I drag my feet inward. Was a sound there? Empty, hollow. What was here? Yes, the door, of course. The door where I killed Lilith. Kitchen? Into the living room. There's... Did I get ending 2 again? Did I mess up? Like, I'm sorry. Yes, I think I messed up. God damn it. I was like, wait a minute, I've been here before. Yep, I got ending 2 again. Oops. Made out with the dead wife again? Yeah, pretty much. I was like, wait a minute. I've been here already. I got this bad ending already. I got really far. Okay, I see. It's like, that's a dead end. So I was really close. I was really close. Alright, so I have to stay in the loop then. Because this was from me trying to leave the loop. So I gotta stay in the loop. Alright. I'm standing. Yeah, it's like, how did you know my mother had an explosion? Because the laboratory is mine, darling. I shouted that day, didn't I? I'm sorry. You had tampered with my notes. Your hands were covered in powder, dipped in the solution. That night I forgave you. It wasn't your fault. I was sleepless. I never imagined you might have added something to my mixture. Yeah. I didn't know. Just wanted to spend some time with you, but I lost you forever. didn't lose me, darling. You did what you had to. What I wanted to do, that's why you must go. Regret, I was proud of you. But that night, if not for tonight, you would be alive. You can't know that. The voices in your mind, they keep you here so you won't forget me. Is that right? So you can remember something. Inside you must forget something. You have to put an end to Lilith. You'll never forgive her, darling. Just as you never forgave yourself, you stay in the loop. This is not a path with an exit. This eternity will do nothing but grieve. Yeah, I love you, Mom. Yeah, okay, okay, we're back at the branch. Okay. I was like, just making sure. Then you know why I have to stay in this loop to exist and to remember you. The right choice. I will always remind you of her and of this room with great peace and warmth. I can't promise you'll remember her as she truly was. She takes us dangerously close to reality. I can't risk that. Will I not remember forgiving Mom? Why not? No way. For you to live, your mother must die. It has always been this way and always will be. I understand, and you must go on, darling, if that's what you choose to do. I'll always be here each and every time. The woman walks toward the door on your left. She cracks open the door of the alchemy cabinet. Warm breeze stirs her hair. She places a small kiss on your cheek where a tear has just rolled down. I hope you find this. The moment you step into the alchemy cabinet, you fall into an endless void. Falling, was this how it was meant to be? Wait, was that the right choice? Okay. Sedibus et altum planibus in morte quiscam. Okay, we're fine. Everything's, we're in Act 3. We're good. The 65th month. We're good. Now in your interrupted fall, a metallic taste burns in your throat. Blood and rust mingle with the air you breathe. Beneath your hands there's a damp warmth as though something has come alive. Where am I? At the beginning of your salvation, and of course at the end of all things. Do you see it? You climb now. Your nails are clawing at the rotten boards, yet beneath them something's writhe. In the darkness there, a pale light flickers, the light that will grant you freedom. For the story to end and for you to awaken, you need one final crescendo. To the light! And you're moving forward. You think the story has forces upon you, but do not despair. It was never about choices. What? About letting go. Not that even the thing that I let go if I choose. You do not understand. You believe you chose, yet slowly, simply, you let go of the path you tread. You do not look ahead. First you'll go the road stretching behind you. When you climb, you let go of the descent. For your own life, you let go of Lilith. And when you have let go of every other possibility, the only option left is the one you merely believe you chose. You're saying I have no will? It's all what? Fate? Oh, no. Quite the opposite. The measure of the road you walk is defined by what you let go. The greater what you let go, the more meaningful your path becomes. When you have left behind what you have left behind rises at the back and their shadows fall before you, you can see more clearly what must be done. God, I can't read. Just as when you feared Lilith most, you loved her all the more. Let's move on. Yes, perhaps, despite the boards beneath you, you must move towards that light. Okay. You crawl across rotting boards that resemble living flesh. The pale light in the darkness grows ever stronger. At last its edge takes the form of an arched doorway. Hey, another door! This is no mere door, it is a threshold, shaped by the weight of memories. As you cross the threshold, the light sears your eyes, and then you find yourself inside the house. Again. The house where you once waited in the rain at the door. Where Lilith insisted you eat. Where you believed your memories alone kept standing. But this is not that house. This is not my house. This is not my beautiful wife. This is the remnants of it. Everything's paler, grayer. The cracked walls have partly collapsed, their beams jutting out like bones from a broken limb. The windows quiver like taut skin. Oh, hey! He's back! Alchemist woman, she's examining things. There he is again! Well, we don't have to look at the bottom part of his body. And right before you, upon the table, bathed in silvery moonlight, lies a body. Around it in the chairs sit three figures, three familiar people. A young woman, a corpse cut below waist, and an old woman. You? Ah, right on time. Come on then, golden boy, come. We've got the finest part for you. How did you get here? Weren't you supposed to be downstairs? Downstairs? What are you babbling? With a feast such as this, why would we do drowse downstairs? Won't you join us? But, just now, I left you. Downstairs. Yeah, Mom. Oh, what? What, downstairs? Yes, we were there. Because you were there in those rooms in that darkness. You wandered through your guilt. But now you've overcome it, haven't you? Examine your surroundings. This place is no longer as you remember it. For between the broken boards seeps a milky white liquid gleaming with moonlight. The walls where paintings once hung are swollen alive as if they breathe. The portraits have been scraped away and the smell, not damp, not decay. On the table before you, there's no candle burning, but a corpse laid on instead. You know who it is. Lilith! It's fine, golden boy. Good save. We also saved you something. The finest part of her. For only you, knowing you would come. Her heart. Okay. You move slowly toward the corpse gleaming in the moonlight. Your gaze drifts to her clothes, to her hair blazing with the fiercest crimson. Lilith. Her body's motionless. From her neck down, through her chest and torso run jagged fissures, as if something had been torn its way out from within. Her face has been flayed away, leaving bone and festering flesh exposed. What have you done? What have we done? Oh no, golden boy, it wasn't us. Simply hungry and thought we might eat. A piece for each of us, if you take my meaning. I don't understand. This never-ending search in the depths of meaning and memory. Hasn't it always been what pulled you along? The answer you seek waits upon the plates before them. Man plate. Your gaze drops to the plate before the man. Amidst the clotted gore rests a tongue, torn from where it belongs. Seems like across its surface lie words scrawled in dry blood. Yeah, another part in mind for you, but seems Lilith left nothing unsaid. Unlike you. Would you? Jerks his chin towards the tongue on his plate. A little trippy. Like you see a little, it's following my mouse. Yeah, I'll have some tongue. Now it's my turn to speak. So many people made me speak for so long now. After a while, I could no longer recognize my own voice, but your time will know. Now it's your turn. Truly. You think the dead body slackens, sinking into some strange ease. The tongue in your hand feels slick and heavy. It waits for you to say something. I'm sorry for everything. Oh, come on now. That scrap of tongue in your hand needs no apology, golden boy. Don't make yourself pitiful with excuses. You're hardly a paragon of virtue, are you? No one here has ever expected your apologies. What is expected is that you exist. That you be someone. Perhaps my fling should end. Perhaps I should cast aside apologies and become someone. Become myself. The chains spilled at the man's feet clatter softly. Their sound echoes through the rotting walls and fall before you. Come closer, golden boy. Come closer and tell us. When you truly are yourself, what will you say? We'll find out after my bathroom break. I gotta pee. So, BRB. returned. I'm back. Alright, I won't carry you anymore. You approach. The man, cut off at the waist, sits twisted in his chair, black sludge dripping from where his stomach should be. Down onto the seat and then the floor. His eyes never leave yours. Yes, good you be back. The chains biting into his decayed wrists are rusted. A small pin holds it all together. To pull it free, you see you must grip it with both hands. Firmly grasp it. You always fled, but this time it seems you've caught me, golden boy. Alright. Press the pin. The blade tongue makes your hands slippery. Each time you press, your fingertips slide off the pin. I should put that thing I gave you somewhere, golden boy. What's the tongue in your hand? Perhaps I should put it back where it belongs. Stick it back in her mouth. Blech. See Lilith lying on the table beside you. In her flayed face, lidless eyes gaze up at the broken ceiling. Moonlight veils her features in a gray shroud. You part her jaw. First you press down on the section of her throat where the vocal cords lie. Blood slick and trembling beneath your fingers. Then slowly you set the tongue back in place. Black fluid seeps from her mouth, trailing from the corners of her lips to her ears. At least now her face seems a little more natural, more complete. Then you love and horror bloom at once. Enan? Very well then, back to these chains. I'll free you. After wiping your hand clean with your shirt, you press down on the pin with all your strength. At first, nothing. The metal, frozen in place for decades, refuses to move. Then you feel a faint shift. You press harder. With a reluctant creak, the rusted pin comes free. The chains drop into the dust. For the first time, you spoke as yourself, golden boy. When you return your gaze back to the table, the women are watching you with calm and different faces. The rotten boards creak as if braced. From the broken ceiling, a few drops of rain fall onto your face. Is that all? You step back. The body of the man cut below waist stands before you, but it does not end. It cannot, for there is another who awaits you. No, you must complete. The young woman, right? Of course. Young woman plate. You poor baby. I want to help this poor baby. You tear your gaze from the man freed from his chains. At last, he looks at peace. He has spoken all he has to say, and nothing remains. Yet before you, much still demands to be spoken. Your eyes drift to the young woman's plate. Upon it lies a strip of thin, bloody skin, folded and carefully placed. You never see me. She pushes a strip of skin towards you. But this is your face, right? I think so. I face my body changed so much. I don't smile anymore. How do others know you? With trembling hands, you take the folded skin she offers. It is heavier than you expected and still warm. You slowly unfold it, and it resembles a mask, peeled from Lilith's face. Empty eye sockets stare back at you. I couldn't love you as you were. I'm sorry. The young woman reaches out her hands. Her long, skeletal figures graze yours. When you notice her curious gaze, you see a strip of skin drooping from her hairline, as though another face lies on top of her own. A kind of mask peeled like the one in your hand, yet cruelly set back onto her skin. It doesn't need an apology. Hers? I do. Now I'll know you. You step closer. As your hand reaches toward the skin stretched from her chin to her hairline, the young woman flinches just for a moment. Yet her eyes never leave yours. Her expression remains fixed as though carved into place. Will you like what you find? It doesn't matter anymore. The young woman pulls back. Her expression remains unchanged, but her voice trembles with anger and curiosity. Matters to me. Right now it does. Will you love what you find? I'm thinking. My brain have thoughts. What do I say to this poor small child? No, but then the true you will finally be seen. You see her tense body soften. The lips she had pressed together part slightly. She leans back in the chair and looks you in the eyes. I'll ask an honest answer. You want to see a face made for you. I have to let go what's in your hands first. There's a little lying on the table. What? You need to let it go. As I mean. Where? It belongs. Lilith should have at least one face I can look at least after her death. You turn to Lilith, who stares at the ceiling with her lidless eyes. Her face, muddled with suppurating flesh, looks even paler in the silver moonlight dripping through the broken roof. You carefully place the warm strip of skin upon her face, line the cut at her jaw with the start of her hairline. Disturbingly, Lilith's features come together, whole again, almost alive, as though she might turn her eyes to you at any moment. Within you, a great terror and love bloom together. I think you're ready to see now. She closes her eyes and tilts her face towards you. Stitches? You have your hands clumsily on your clothes and reach for the stitches at the roots of your hair, where the mask around her face begins. When you tug a little, the stitches come loose with a faint tear. The young woman winces in pain. Just keep pulling it. Ah! You pull harder as the stitches begin to tear. The mask clinging to the young woman's face rips apart. But you don't stop there. In a moment of release, every stitch along her neck, chest, stomach, and legs bursts open. Everything comes undone. The skins parched together from different bodies and wrapped around her peel away one by one like clothing. And when every seam is finally torn, another body emerges from within. A young boy. He bears your body, your eyes, your past. When his trembling lips part, you hear the voice of your childhood. Do you know who I am? Yes. Yes, I know who you are. You sink to your knees and hold the golden-haired boy. As your hands touch his back, you feel a hole. His trembling stops. He's no longer afraid. You glance at those around the table. The eyes watching you seem unaware of what has just happened. Each fragment takes its time to settle into place. What you fled from now stands directly before you, dissolved, fractured, torn apart, and ruined. Was it always meant to be this way? Will it always remain so? I saw Lilith transformed into something different. A creature, perhaps, or perhaps she had always been so. Something you told yourself time and again. It was always easier to blame her, easier than turning inward and facing yourself. But now you must prove whether you are worthy of salvation or not. What now? Tell me. Narrate or whatever, and let this torment end. Moonlight spills through the fractured roof. An abysmal silence fills the room. You no longer believe those gathered around the table even breathe. Lilith's body lies there, still as stone. No, not quite. The boards, the glass, the scattered things around you strain, awaiting. All this horror, all the questions, all the hatred, it was all to bring me here, wasn't it? So I could see you like this. When you look at Lilith one last time, the floorboards groan beneath your feet. You realize you've been clinging to a memory you no longer wish to remember, and the moment you do, you feel hollow. 5 years ago, you never knew if the lover you betrayed had truly died. Now, you have your answer. She lies there before you, the tongue restored in her mouth, and a mask-like face that runs from her brow to her chin. I know, my child. You must know when to let go. She's not waiting for you. Every time you read that letter, you kept her alive. Some Silent Hill shit. I only wish she knew why I did what I did. Ah, of course you do. Isn't that why we're here? Why we've reached the final scene? Outside, the slowing rain seeps through the cracked glass, dripping onto the rotted boards. In the hush between drops, it sounds like the beating of a heart. Truths don't turn into forgiveness within the cocoon of time. For your actions to find meaning isn't that simple, my child. But at least you tried, to piece at least some of it together. Perhaps Lilith needs to be completed. She or you, at this point what difference remains? The memory of her within you is ready to end. The door creaks one last time, then silence. It stretches. The floor beneath your feet stirs, faintly like a living membrane. The torn black threads of the curtains shiver by the windows. Silence. It stretches. Then, a breath. You see Lilith's chest rise upon the table. Her eyes turn to you. Her body tenses, as if she's being born again, yet there's nothing miraculous about it. Lilith? The warmth you extend feels as though it touches a warm memory stuck in the past. Her fingertips twitch. The flesh beneath her nails blackens with some viscous fluid. Her shoulders tremble, then she sits up. The clothes clinging to her are wet with blood. Welcome, my love. For a moment I feared you wouldn't come. I'm here, but I thought you died. Truly died this time. It's the same fear every time. You do this because you love me, I know that. You remember me as you wanted me to be. We're almost complete now. Her tongue, swollen and heavy in her mouth, distorts the words. The rasping voice shows that her torn throat never healed. All this was your revenge on me for killing you for that night 5 years ago. Oh, happy I was when you came home that night. 5 years ago, I had everything ready. You said you'd never leave me, and I believed you. You said, I'm not lying. You weren't afraid, but then when the ritual was about to begin, you ran. You betrayed me. You took my arms, my tongue, my face. It's like they took my arms, my tongue, my face. You weren't there. Look, I completed you, didn't I, as best I could? So what? Should I pity you now? Is this how you soothe your wounded pride? You think you'll walk out of here through an unraveling? Livber's seas are foaming. A garden of white flowers burns in crimson fire. Bare feet trample the wilted petals. From the east, something vast approaches you. I was afraid to love you because I didn't want to lose you like I lost everyone else. And look what that fear has led us! You feared to love, even while you were loving me. Look at me! Look at me! Look at what it's done to me! I have no face anymore! She screams. Yet, because the tongue you had placed in her throat does not sit right, her voice resembles that of a creature not of Gaia. Her voice echoes off the rotten planks. The air escaping her lungs mixes with a black sludge in her mouth. The droplets splattering onto your face are warm. The skin barely clinging to her face shifts with the force of her screams. The piece of flesh covering her forehead drips loose. I never wanted this for you. Then what did you want? My death? Too late for that, my love. I remember sometimes in the mornings, when I had to leave the bed and go outside, leaving you alone. I felt a vast emptiness in my heart that grew with every step, until I came back to you. Now I wonder, will I feel it again after our reunion? This creation you keep speaking of, the one in your letter, the cause of all this, it never existed, Lilith. You think Lilith smiles, until you realize how this is possible. She already braced herself against the edge of the table. Dark veins run from her shoulder to her thigh like dried muscle strands. She grips her damp crimson dress, tears her skirt apart, and parts her legs. Welcome home, my love. To your first and final home. Reverse pregnancy! All this was your revenge. It always was, wasn't it? No, it was my love for you. Moonlight pours over Lilith's body. Her legs spread upon the table. The face you forced back into her skin hangs loose at the edges, ready to fall. Her eyes never leave yours. Then between her thighs, something flickers into view, then vanishes. Some kind of smoke. Gray, black. It rises from between her legs, thick and viscous, a muddy liquid moving with it. The wind stops. Something crawls into the world. Lilith's rage for you is taking form. The creation. No, no, no. Her love. That's what she called it. You heard her too. It's love, along beyond the borders of the material realm, a love so magnificent. The smoke coils upward. A newborn storm, a whirlwind, it surrounds you, fills the room. A metallic taste coats your tongue. Your breath shortens. Love begins to fill you. Yes, 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 your vision darkens. You feel it, don't you? And in the end, a voice. Tell me, my love, once we speak of this, there will be no turning back. So tell me, do you wish to remember the past or to see the truth? Woof! I want the truth! The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Smoke coils around you. Realization spreads through the layers of your mind. The story has brought you here. I have brought you here. Through the fine cracks in the smoke, you see the roof caved in. Plaster fallen from the walls, windows long shattered. Rain drips from the hole above and strikes your face. From somewhere unseen, you hear Lilith's voice. You were alone here, my love. For 65 months, you've been alone. Since they took me, your conscience has never let you leave. You always knew the truth. Back to finish what you started, a ritual of black alchemy. Now you see. Yes, my love, you remember the pieces, don't you? The name, the blood, the word. Well, I must say the truth now. The name first. I must know who I am. Elbeck. It was the first weeks of your 65-month solitude, only days after they took me. They asked you for a name. You gave mine first, then you signed your own on the witness paper. You claimed to have seen me perform unauthorized alchemy. The guard told you that you could see me one last time before I died. Told him there was no need. The smoke thickens, heavy and suffocating. From the other side, you hear Lilith's voice. Yes, you were afraid, weren't you? You were not virtuous enough to see me one last time, to say that you really loved me. Now speak your name. Confess it. My name is Elbeck, and I killed you, because I avoided my virtue when I was afraid. You see the smoke take shape before you, coalescing into a silhouette. The ritual's progressing. From beneath the mist, something slides across the floor toward your feet. Metal scraping softly, you recognize it. Lilith's dinner knife. The grand unification will unite us, my love. There we will all be together. Now seal your name in with your conscience. Spill your blood to the end. If shedding will free me from my conscious torment, then let my blood run. Let your blood gather at your knees like the sea itself. Just like the edge of the cliff you could never let yourself fall from. 2 years later, your steps had carried you back to that cliff's edge. Your guilt heavier than ever before. There wasn't a single night you didn't see me in your dreams. But you couldn't find the courage to let yourself fall within the rain. To fall with the rain. Killing yourself would have taken more courage than killing another. Your knees sank into the mud, a heart mired in a bog. Blood drips from your fingertips. Your fingers grow numb. The warm, slick fluid from both wrists pool on the floor. Your legs weaken. You sink to your knees. The knife slips from your hand and clatters to the ground. Through the mist, Lilith approaches. Her face, her body, she seems to have left all that horror behind, just as you saw her. Lilith. The house creaks and groans around you, crazed. Kneeling, you struggle to steady your breath, a rasp rising from your chest. Sweat soaks your back, the wind makes your skin shiver. Lilith smiles. It's a gentle, merciful smile. There's a piece of paper in her hand. As she leans down to pick up the knife, she places the paper in your palm. And in the end, your madness took hold of you. By the end of those 65 months, you'd convinced yourself I couldn't be dead. You clung to that fragile hope because it was all you had left. Poor Elbeck. Everything lost, rotted, or faded within that house. You redrew it all on those yellow papers to remember. To keep your memories alive. Because what else did you have left but memories? And thank you for the 19-month shadow, man. Arigato gozaimasu. Thank you. Hello. Welcome. Hello. Thank you. Domo. Arigato. You kept drawing again and again all those moments whose originals have been lost. And then you wrote a letter from your mouth to yourself. You summoned yourself back here even though you never truly left, but your mind needed to believe it. This is just Silent Hill 2. What a twist! You didn't send the letter? If I had written from beyond death, these would not be my words. You wrote it yourself. It's true. You needed to believe it to step through the door. Just as the blood from your wrist seeping into the letter, the thing that ended everything, the thing that began it all. Don't worry, there's nothing fair. This is not an ending. Never an ending. This is not death. We'll begin again. Anew. What? Give me the letter you sent to yourself. I'll tuck it into your pocket. Perhaps where we're going, you'll need this blood-stained thing. Yeah, crazy you've been here for nearly 2 years. Well, thank you for 2 years. Hey, cut your wrists that deep you can't move your fingers anymore. I suppose I'll have to complete the last step of the ritual for you. The smoke rises, thick and heavy, like the fluid that once spilled from Lilith's throat. It wraps around you. You stand within the storm. Your memories whirl through your mind, shattering against the fragments of your awareness. Each breaks apart, merging and separating until nothing remains but the black smoke. In the midst of nowhere, you stand alone, and at last, your body dissolves. Now there is no need to fear, my love, my dear, my love, my life, my boogie boo. Here everything belongs to everything else. Welcome among us, at last. We have no bodies now, no names, only us remain. Us. This is the only place where we can exist together. You, me, and our creation. Creation? Yes, I was carrying our child when I died. You know this. The child is here as well, with us. But we have no bodies. Where are you? In the midst of everyone, just as you are. There are no bodies here anymore. No thoughts, no memories, no recollections. Only us. What does that mean? Our souls, these formless souls cast beyond the cosmic dark, will soon mingle. We will become one. We will become something greater than ourselves. You, me, and our child. You remain as an ache twisting within me, trapped in a new loop. Wait, what? And in the end, we all converge upon a single point in the story without even remembering who we were. Ending 3. 3 down, 5 to go! Let's see where we are on the map. Yeah, it's like when she was like, do you want to know the truth or do you want to remember the past? I was like, that seemed like a very important decision. Not quite sure how I'm gonna get those other 2 endings. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I'll just pick the opposite of what I picked last time. The truth isn't hidden behind your ritual, Lilith. You have to understand me. Yeah, smoke swirling around you thickens into its heavy veils, rising, falling tendrils within the zip of fibrous whips slowly winding around your legs. Ah, I understand you, my love. More than you realize, I understand your love for me. But you must understand yourself, know yourself, and finish the ritual, so then... say it, the name, the blood, and the words. Can't do this. Wherever you are, you wouldn't dare. You don't know what I dare, my love, for you and despite you. You understand? You won't be able to come back here while we're already there. And the smoke coils slightly around your legs, gripping like a vice. It burns. No, I can't, Lilith. I couldn't then, and I can't now. And you're not ready yet. You'll have to start again, from the very beginning. You'll come back here again and again until you're ready. The smoke twined around your feet twists and convulsed as though it had a body of its own. It released your legs, retreating slowly. Let me go! Where will you go? There's nowhere left. The door behind you bursts open. Clean sea air floods the room. The sound of droplets falling on mud grows sharper, clearer. That easy? Lilith steps out the smoke. The sweat on your back chills in the wind. Her face, her body, free at last of all that horror. Just as she was the first time you saw her. But in her eyes burns a deep disgust, a vast hatred. She strides towards you. Her lips crash against yours. You feel your breath torn from your chest. Then you are pulled away from the door. And when you cross the threshold, you are swallowed whole by the darkness. We'll start again, my love. Open your eyes! Open your eyes! My eyes are open, but I can't see. Where am I? Under my feet, is that water? Something's cold. Sound, I can't hear anything. My voice is gone. Wait. Should I sit down? Don't sit. Wait. Keep waiting. I never left the house either, did I? 65 months. Oh, what did I eat when I was hungry? Or catching a rat with my bare hands. Wait, it's in the dark. In the darkness of the basement. I went out during the cold months. Drank with the water that I gathered in the floor. I couldn't leave if I went out. Lilith would wait for me by the door, but not until the letter. Yes, the letter from her, the bloody letter. Nonsense, no, she didn't send that letter. I wrote it. From me to you. I spilled my own blood on it. Look, look, here, in my packet. Don't worry, Dido, yeah. It's like, you're also more than a year. A sound from afar. Click. I hear it. Wait, no, I mean don't stop. I said don't stop. Light. It blinds my eyes. Run, run, catch the light. Run. It grows almost there. Catch it. Ugh. Stop that. I'm forgetting. Bring what? The past. What happened? Can't stay here. What if I forget? If I forget everything and start again? It'd be so bad, wouldn't it? Wouldn't be so bad, wouldn't it? Just me, only me. Sit. Father, why do you not want me to come? I could board the ship too. You will stay here, murderer. Yes, that is what he said. Yes, yes, yes. After my mother died, he boarded the ship and left. He never returned. I climbed a hill of white flowers. Then, a sound? Was it me? Who goes there? No one, no but me. She has red hair. Red. What was she? Dark hair. Are my eyes open? Sure. Perhaps I should tear them out to be sure that they're open. Yeah, my cat was not mine. It lived with me. It had amber eyes. It lived in Lilith's garden, a winged cat. Come, pass through the dark. To whom it was written, to me or to her? I wrote it. The letter's mine. I wrote it to summon me. Mother died. Lilith died. I died too. The creation. It was real. Lilith said she would give birth to our child. She was pregnant. She would give birth to our child. First month? I did not rejoice. I thought only of myself. Once again, I did not think I would be a good parent. I avoided my existence. This is why she wanted the eternal unification. She feared I would leave her. Who? Lilith. Elbic the virtuous. Here. Forever. I will remember the truths. The light will forget you, but the darkness will remember you always. In the deepest depths, the shadows will embrace you. Okay, that was ending 5. I'm guessing ending 4 is me running away. Because, like, I deliberately was avoiding the run option just to see what would happen. It's like, okay, that got me ending 5. So I'm going to try running away and see if that gets me ending 4. Like, I might finish this sooner than I thought. I don't remember this. Yeah, I won't come back here. Oh, but you will. You never left. You crawled, you stumbled, you starved, you wept, you were always there. You'll return. Run! Just keep running. I'm just gonna pick all the running options now. You sprint toward the open door. You expect something to seize your legs, but at the last moment you manage to throw yourself through. And when you cross your threshold, darkness swallows you whole. No rain, no sound of waves, only a whisper. It's like, yeah, you're longer. We'll start again, my love. Open your eyes. Where am I? I can't see. Where is this? Run. Anywhere. Just go get out there. Run. Keep running. Am I getting anywhere? No, did I ever expect to? No? Lilith's tears, did they fill here? I doubt it. She never leave the house. Let's see. It's been eternity, huh? Not that long. Was I in the basement all the time? No, during the cold months. Run! It grows! Run! The closer you get, the more everything slips away. Reality slips away fingers. The light! It grows! Okay, cool. It's like, different background means different ending. Let's go. Wait a minute. Far past the Hook Haven, which is woven by the grounded ships of Livber, there's a whirlwind roaring in the east. Oh, we looped back to the beginning. And see, you don't hear it, yet you know the power it holds, enough to alter all of Gaia. Move for gales to blow out of. But you come here, you wait standing in the heart of twilight, silently, eyes shut. Yes, we are back in the beginning. 5 years later, once again, you stand at the door of this house, a letter clutched in your hands. What am I waiting for? And what's happening before you not really be there when you open your eyes, for the rain soaking you through to finally die down, for it all to turn out to be some sick joke, but none of it will happen. You'll only keep hoping they might, and all of it will happen again. This is not a loop. This is madness itself. Yeah, just repeating the cycle. Running around in circles. Alright, so that's ending 4. Alright, 3 endings to go. But I know where the split happens, so this is gonna be relatively straightforward. Yeah, so we gotta go to Lilith Resolution, and then she's gonna be like, do you want the truth or do you want memories? And this time I pick memories. I hope in the end you can forgive me for everything. Move toward Lilith's body towards the table. Her dark, hollow mouth waits slightly open. The moonlight shining on her skinned face reveals eyes frozen in terror. Lilith can't hear you, my child, but she doesn't need to anymore. Still, you want her forgiveness, don't you? No, just her understanding. She will. Outside, the slow rain trickles through the cracked windows, tapping softly against the floorboards. The silence sounds like a heart still beating. Lilith waiting to be completed. Yeah, truths don't turn into forgiveness within the cocoon of time. For your actions to find meaning isn't that simple, my child, but at least you tried to piecely sew it together. I never told about the past. I never completed the parts of her, did I? Perhaps you were waiting for the right moment. You wanted to do what was right. The memory of her in your mind will soon reach its end. Wood creaks one last time, then silence. Yep, so she breathes. Impossible! Alright, rest well, Bucky. Thanks for stopping by. You no longer question whether Lilith's alive. You've moved past what's possible. You still can't. You can't feel the chill rising through your spine. Your steps backward creak the floor. God, I can't read. Lily's body strengthens, skin taut, muscles tighten. Yeah, I remember you saying that when you first came here. Oh, the first time. You have no idea how many times you've read the letter that you wrote yourself, my love. The letter that brought you here to me. This isn't the first, nor will be the last, but don't worry, we're almost complete. Yeah, it must end. We must be completed. This loop must reach its end. They were the two halves within you, my love. All of them. The loves you could not see, the words you could never speak. You've been trying to piece them together. But now it's my turn. Either you complete me with your body or confess the whole truth and bring this loop to an end. What truth do you want me to confess? Everything. Why you killed me, why you were afraid, why you were so utterly pathetic. Everything. Yeah, the seas churn. It wasn't always like this. At the beginning, I truly loved you until you fell into madness, trapped inside your obsessions. Madness, huh? That's exactly what you feared, but it was you who fed my obsession. My madness grew from you. I always loved you despite you. Look what it's made me. All this you brought upon yourself. You muster your courage and point your finger. You managed to say you, a tremendous act of bravery. Perhaps something inside you truly has changed. No, my love, not I. We brought it here, together, just like our creation, what we created together. The creation. You mean the child, don't you? Tell me the truth. You think Lilith smiles until you realize how this is possible. She already braced herself against the edge of the table. Dark veins run through her shoulder to her thighs like dried muscle strands. She grips her damp crimson dress to tear her skin apart. What are you doing? Love you. Yeah, it's rage. They're like, no, it's love. Yeah, so tell me, we speak to your... Do you wish to remember your past or see the truth? This time to remember, I must know what came before, maybe. Yep, so go that way. Alright. Her naked body is covered with tens of thousands of wounds, cuts and bruises where words and pains have struck and struck. She walks with hatred and anger. No longer Lilith, an outer guiding being filled with hatred and merciless reality of memories. Smoke closes in around you. Memories long buried begin to unravel, spilling before you with a shiver along your spine. The rays of the setting sun shimmer on the lake. You were young then, in the middle of your youth. You sat alone on the trunk of a fallen tree, far from the noise of the festival marking the new circuit cycle. You looked at the water. Do you remember what you were thinking? My mother's story, I think. The one about the star that fell from the sky. The star that fell into the lake, turning into a pearl. Left alone in the middle of everything, you were thinking about how the story ended. Would you ever find your place in the sky? That's where I found you for the first time. That's where we met. You told me something then. You said I was something like magic. But I was only an echo, the echo of a piece of you that stayed hidden, a part you could never bring out. I remember feeling seen for the first time. The setting sun washed everything in amber light. In your amber eyes, I saw the same sorrow as mine, the helpless rage of fading, of becoming nothing, the thorny stasis of knowing we would both end. We just stood there. Lilith's voice reverberates, growing distant and wide. The mist begins to move. The lake evaporates. The stones melt. The fallen tree roots itself again. The sun sinks and moonlight takes its place. In your hand you hold a rusty key. You're standing before the door to the house. Do you remember the day we first came here? Small, damp, the door barely open. You bought it with the little inheritance from your father. Not here. Not again. Don't be afraid. Come in, my love. You know this place, the place we lived in together. The one we returned into a home. We were going to make something of it, you and I. No, I can't. This place can be saved. It was a grave. A grave? No, we were going to make it new again. Before you ran, you promised you and I we would have our creation. You buried me there. That house, the cradle, the room in the basement, you were trying to make something out of me. I thought by coming this far you had found your courage, found yourself. I thought you'd be brave enough for both of us. Now you'll either open that door and beyond death you'll see it, or you'll stay alone forever. Who are you talking about? Our creation. We never had a creation, Lilith. How certain you sound, my love. Then see what you've forgotten and what you buried. The moon darkens. The ground trembles beneath your feet. The soil opens like a womb, pulling you in. You fall. Then, impact. Face down on wet stone. The metallic taste in your mouth tells you you've bitten your tongue. Blood drips from your nose. Why are you doing this? The steps into the crimson light. Her belt buckle clatters to the floor. The sound echoing off the walls. Her clothing slips from her shoulders. From the wound in her throat, black fluid spills. But your eyes drift down towards her naked body, to her chest and her swollen belly. I told you here. Not that first day, not when we spoke of the ritual. Afterwards, I was carrying our creation. When I died. No, that's impossible. This is just another trick of the mind. These are truths, my love. You lived them all. Again and again, you no longer have a body, but you do have an ending. One where everything finds meaning. Accept it. Your name, your blood, your conscience. They are all needed to complete the ritual. I'll pulls the cradle closer. With its hollow, you glimpse black smoke coiling and turning, so there's a knife from inside it. No other way, is there? No, my love. Okay. You stand in an empty room before a mirror. There are 1,000 reflections in the glass. Your father's, your mother's, Lilith's, Clara's, and finally, a strange pamphlet of your own face layered upon themselves. Whom did you love? Whom did you bury? Whom did you silence? And now, what have you done to yourself? I am laying down this weariness. And take a step toward the mirror. A thin light threads from your chest. Where your heart should be, there is a hollow. Empty. Quite empty. As you pass through the glass, you hear Lilith whisper a single word. What does she say? All stories have continued far enough, end in death. Oh, that was 7! Okay. So I gotta figure out how to get 6 and 8. I don't know if any of these endings are gonna be good. Or happy. Oh, like the hold the boys back since the boy is a reflection of you? Yeah. A symbolism. We love symbolism. The game isn't bad, the plot's hard to follow. It's Silent Hill 2. It's like, dude was in love with a woman. They settled down, they were gonna have a baby, but the one lady was like, hey, let's have a ritual where we could be together forever. And he was like, yeah, I'm not doing that. So he reported her to the police, be like, she's doing forbidden magics. And they executed her, and now he's gone completely cray-cray after like 65 months mourning. Hard for you to follow me because you're only paying a quarter attention. Plus, you also came a little late. That's why I'm summarizing it right now. It's like, I know exactly what's going on. I think I remember my father boarding the ship and leaving. I was left behind. A ship departing Livber's harbor. You want to go with him, but your father refuses. You will stay here, he says, and the ship proceeds. To the pain of losing your mother's add to the ache of your father. This is where I find you for the first time. How'd you know I was there? Because looking for you. You did not find many of the circuits, cycle festivals, or stareabouts so bewildered. Why are you telling me this? Because you must remember how everything began, how you came this far, the lake, the house, the ritual. Only then will you understand. Understand what? Why all of this is necessary. Do not be afraid. Do not be afraid, my love. Do not be afraid. Tell me how you feel. Remember feeling sea for the first time? The setting sun washed everything in the amber light. Yeah, you never said that before. No, I didn't, but I saw it. You and I belong to each other. For once I could have been something. Like what? Yeah, now we get the key. You said we could be reborn together here. First, the key rests in your palm. Its markings erased by age. Open the door? The door creaks open. The moment one you've lived before crashes over you, even stronger than the last. Somewhere deep inside, you expect to see someone kneeling there, but only dust and cobwebs greet you. You said we could turn this place into something else. Yes, I did, didn't I? Look, how warm and full of love it's become. Ours, together. We could have remade it, starting from below. Below? Yes, below. The basement. Where you rise, the walls shift. Without a sound, boards and stones bend and twist. Reality folds itself neatly out of joint. The old basement door materializes before you. Through its narrow opening, a staircase descends. What will I find down there? The reason you ran from me that night? Alright, I'll go downstairs. You descend slowly. The deeper you go, the colder the air gets. The sweat runs from your nape down your spine. Your breathing quickens. The smell of moss and damp fills your nostrils. At the bottom, you see the cellar's stones awash in red light, and the small room stands a table and 3 chairs. It was here I first told you about the path of the grand unification. We had to stay hidden from curious eyes, to read the book, to perform the ritual. It was necessary for all of us, so you could be inside me. The black alchemy ritual. Lilith, this is where you said we had to die. Die? Die? The eternal unification lies beyond death. It unites us all. And what it requires is simple. A silver thread bearing your name, blood drawn deep from your wrist, and a letter left behind. You had already begun the ritual. The letter, the one that had started everything. Olive rises from the shadowed wall. She grips your collar and your feet leave the ground. Seats you roughly in one of the chairs before the table, your lungs empty in a ragged breath. Warm liquid runs from your nose to your chin. Yes, but I didn't write that letter. Every line belonged to you. You wrote it yourself during those 65 months you stayed here. Your guilt grew so vast that in the end you believed the letter I sent was the one you had written. One says, I didn't write that letter you sent it, you called me here. You writhe inside your own lie until finally believed in the loop you'd made over and over, trapped between them. Takes the book from the table. You know what's written within: madness, obscenity, and worse. From between its pages, a folded sheet slips out. Lilith picks it up and hands it to you. Okay. Your trembling hands reach forward. Drops fall from your chin into the paper. They sound like rain against the floorboards, staining the white sheet. And driving me to death instead of finishing the ritual. It was unbearable to you. I will give birth to your creation. Why did you write that? I wrote nothing, Lilith. This letter is mine. It's your handwriting. Ah, denial. Just like when you denied why you wrote those lines. But you know, this letter was born of your fear and also of our child's fate. And then she's got her belly. This can't be real. Yeah, she wants to complete the ritual. I don't think I could do this. All this cowardice. I thought by now, after coming this far, you'd found your courage. That you could finally stand by what you've done, and now you stand before me saying you cannot. It's like, what do you want from me? You want me dead? To be reborn beyond non-existence. Where we are all one, where no one dies, where no one must die, where no one abandons or fears, a radiant existence. Don't be afraid. She draws a knife from the cradle and steps toward you. Her bare skin gleams under the red light. Her face, her throat. You think she smiles, but you can never be sure. Her hand reaches out, grasping your wrist. Pull away! So be it then, my love. Then you'll remain trapped in silence. No letter to absolve your conscience. You won't even hear your own breath. There is nothing left to say. The smoke within the cradle rises, thick and heavy, like the fluid once spilled from Lilith's throat. Wraps around you. You stand amid the storm. Your memories spin through your mind, striking the faint shards of your awareness and shattering. Each fragment collides, merges, separates, until nothing remains but black smoke. You stand alone at the center of the void. At last, your body begins to dissolve. Lilith. Ooh, she look inky. You stand in the middle of the void. There is no whisper but the hum of your ears. One? You open your mouth to speak, but the sound rising from your lungs does not become words, only damp air. Toohoo! You draw a deep breath and try to scream, but nothing comes. Not even a whisper. The air is heavy, thick. Tree. When you look around, you see you are still in the basement. The damp stones wait in a circle. The book on the table, the knife in the cradle gleam. 4, 5, 6, 7. You look around. You're still in the basement. Wet stones surround you. No door, no window, no exit. The ceiling above you feels as if it rises forever into the dark. A red light of no clear source glows around you. On the table, the book. In the cradle, the knife both shine. 8, 13, 21, 34, 55. Hut, 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 hut. 57. 65. From a corner, Lilith watches you. She has no face. Black fluid slides down from her throat. Her lidless eyes, white and round like marbles, never stop staring. The rotten muscles around her mouth are drawn tight. A shiver runs from your nape to the base of your spine. Within the silence, the first thing you forget is your own voice. Solitary confinement, yippee! And that was 6. Alright, one more ending to go. I'm not entirely sure how I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna have to figure that out. I deliberately tried being all in denial, being like, no, I didn't do nothing, I did nothing bad. So let me try being more accepting, but not performing the ritual. That's the thing, if you perform the ritual by, you know, doing the horizontal tango, doesn't end very well. You stopped seeing me as something to possess, did you? You hesitate to remember, my love? Do your memories haunt you so deeply? Do you think forgetting will save you? Let me forget my pain. You, this lake, this house, the ritual, all the pain that brought me then. One sinks in silence after the last bubble breaks the lake's surface. Nothing remains to be heard. The hum of your blood fills your ears, and from behind a whisper takes shape. Your body faints in silhouette. Understand it's the pain that keeps you alive. As you feel, the silence you cling to, the emptiness in your mind, won't take you where you think it will. I live with your madness. So be it, my love. Then you are not ready yet. You must begin again from the very start. You'll return here once more until you're ready. The damp stones collapse with a roar. The ground cracks, yet nothing rises this time. Shadows between the bricks withdraw. The crimson light fades. Liz steps back. There's no fear on her face, no grief. Only exhaustion. Her lips move soundlessly, but you understand. There's nothing left to say. Everything stops. An abysmal silence envelops you. The house, its beams and stones, waits motionless. No door, no exit, no cry, no breath. Only darkness. Again. Okay, I guess it was just that simple. Just be like, fuck this shit. You draw a deep breath. The salt of the sea stings your throat. Far past the Hookhaven, which is woven by the grounded steps of Livber, there's a whirlwind roaring in the east. You don't see it, you don't hear it, yet you know the power it holds. Enough to alter all of Gaia, a wolf for gales to blow out of. But you come here, you wait standing in the heart of twilight, silently eyes shut. 5 years later, once again, you stand at the door to this house, a letter clutched in your hand. My love, if you're reading these lines, it means there's still something inside your heart that belongs to me. As I've always told you, death is far too ordinary a thing to keep us apart. I will give birth to our creation, our home, beneath the place we once shared. You must be with me, inside me, because our creation cannot be left undone. Turn back, pass through the dark, complete us. We were always meant to be one, and we still can be, my love. As long as you have the courage, as long as you do not fear, I am waiting for you in the Neverall, Lilith. And all of it will happen. Again. When you choose to forget, you are doomed to dream the same dream evermore. And that's it! So basically, this guy is screwed no matter what. Yay! No happy endings for this guy. That's it. I pretty much did everything. The only thing I didn't do was go into whatever the branching doors were. It seems though that if I go here, that's another way to meet Clara. Okay, since I haven't been in there, they're like, no, you can't click on that. I'm just curious. I'll do that really quick. Since I finished so early. I forget which door I even picked. I think I went with the metal door. Open the one door to look towards the voice. It's like, the room's dark. I was like, was it Lilith? No, wait, this doesn't seem right. It's like I was in this room before. So I did go through the one door? Wait. So this is the alchemy room. Okay, I was confused because I was like, wait, what? But it looks like the dialogue's the same, just looking it over. Yeah, the dialogue is the same. was just curious. Oh, here we go. There's different doors. Bones? What's in the bone room? Yeah, and then he's in here, so it looks like it just plays out the same. Just trying to understand. It says it's showing as locked, but not sure why it's showing it as locked. I could be misunderstanding. It looks like no matter what you do, you would run into Clara, regardless of which door you pick. Well, wait, is there different like dialogue choices? Maybe. I mean, I just gave her a doll last time. Okay, what about the tree? Yeah, it just puts me in here. And then there's the doll. Yeah, and then it just leaves me here. Alright. I was just trying to figure this out. Okay, so, yeah, it's just... You would just meet her before being in this type of room, so it just plays things out a little differently. Alright, alright. Well, that's that then. That was Livber. That was really good. I did enjoy that. Like I said, the plot was basically, Silent Hill 2. But it was still really good. It's like, it had some interesting themes. It had a nice dark theme of being, like, obsessed with someone. You can't let them go. Willing to do some evil dark magic to bring them back, to be together with them forever. Like, obviously Lilith was fucking crazy. But Elbic was pretty crazy too. Like, it's like they were perfectly crazy together. Elbic was just like, oh, she might be a little too crazy for me. No, wait, I changed my mind. I need her to come back. I'll bring her back. I'll do some dark magic myself. I am loving this narrative map, I will say. Not a lot of visual novels do narrative maps. I have seen them before, like Raging Loop, I think it's called. I remember that had a map thing where you could pick the scene to pick up where you left off. So I love this. I want more visual novels with this kind of map. Yeah, imagine reporting your wife for using dark magic and then using dark magic yourself to get her back. Yeah, that's pretty much what happened. It's like he went crazy after 5 years in solitude and was like, you know what? Fuck it. Maybe I will perform the ritual after all. Show the narrative map? This one. Like, you can see how the different scenes branch off each other, which is why I was, like, trying to figure out what this was. But you can see how all the endings branch and everything, which, like I said, I think is great. I love this. I've seen this, like I said, you don't see it too often in visual novels, but it's very convenient when they do, so which is why I'm like, I want more visual novels to do this. So, the fact that they have this alone is like a thumbs up for me. So by all means, if you want to support the developers and maybe mess around with some dialogue choices and see if there's anything in the game that I might have missed, by all means check it out. It's like I have a link for it in the YouTube VOD description. But for tomorrow, I'll figure out what I want to play tomorrow. Regrets of being the dad. Who's the mom? Domo Road Dog. Well, the mom's dead. I think a lot of the reason it's rare is because it's a lot of work. Yeah, because you would have to set up flags for people to jump to. Like, I have a rough idea of how they did it. Is they would set a flag for that scene, and then when you click the thing, you jump to that scene. That does mean, though, that anything before or after doesn't really, what happens before doesn't really carry over as much, other than the consequences of your actions. If you know what I mean. Yeah, it's like, dang, skill issue. But yeah, tomorrow I'll have another game. It's like this whole Choose Wisely festival is gonna be all week. So for those of you that didn't see my social media posts, I'm gonna be playing a game like every day. I don't know how long they are. Like this one wound up being a little shorter than I thought it would be, but I still enjoyed it a lot. It's like probably convenient that it wound up being short. Yeah, the more complex the consequences are, the harder it's designed to chart for it. Yeah, no, so not every day, just my usual schedule, you know, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday. You know, so four brand new shiny games every day that I would normally stream, I mean. It's like it's every day except Friday basically. So yeah, pretty almost every day this week cuz Monday already passed. Yeah, so you know what? How about I have you guys choose your own adventure? I'll be here all week except for the days I'm not. Exactly. Like, let's have a little fun with it. I can set up a poll for you guys really quick. Because I'm going to play these no matter what, but I'll let you guys decide the order for tomorrow. How do I even describe these? One of them's a yandere game, and another one is, like Ace Attorney meets Umineko, I saw was described as. It was called Murder Hotel, I think it's called. It's like I'm just yapping right now since I finished early. Yeah, Murder Hotel. Yeah, well, I'll put it as Murder Mystery. There we go. I misspelled mystery. Oh, God. 60 seconds to vote starting now. I have a feeling I know what's gonna win, but I figure let's just do it for fun. Because it's like, I'm the one playing these, because that's the thing about Choose Wisely Festival is making choices. So I'm like, you guys make a choice. Let's have a little fun with it. Whatever wins, I'll play tomorrow. Whatever loses, I play Thursday. Saturday, I have something else because I think it's going to be, like, super short. So. And I got a lot of emails. It's like, I got, like, 30 emails with stuff in it. Well, I'm making choices. I'm going to make other people choose for me. I'm just letting you guys participate. For fun. Alright, I'll play the Yandere game tomorrow. But yeah, we could figure out the rest of that from there. Yeah, you kept up your watch streak. Congratulations. Alright, that's the end of that. They're doing yap or just raid. I'm gonna raid now. I figured I'd just yap for a little bit, and now I'm good. So alright, thank you all so much for coming. I believe you understood what they meant, CEO. Yeah. I like the cat. The cat was my favorite character. Yeah, Chief Eating Officer. Yeah, no, I redeemed the code, so I got to see the little message. That was cute. I like the little message. There we go. Alright, good night, everyone. Rest well, eat your vegetables, and don't bring back your dead girlfriend. It's not worth it. Good night.